Have a question? Email us at officialdadcast@gmail.com and your question might be read on the air. Download the podcast at weeklydadcast.podbean.com. Follow us on Twitter at officialdadcast and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/dadcastofficial. For our stream archive, search DADCast on YouTube and look for the red microphone. If you'd like to support the DADcast, feel free to drop us a tip on our Patreon page, patreon.com/dadcast. Thank you to all of our listeners for your continued support and viewership. Now let's get on with the show. Hey everybody, and welcome to the DADcast. I'm your host, James, here with my buddy, Skylar. How you doing, Skylar?
Doing alright, how about you?
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm doing great.
You doing good? You doing healthy?
Yeah, my thighs are pretty thick with two C's. Healthy.
That's good. It's good to have healthy thighs. So we have a fan question from a very special member of the live studio audience that we have today. The question is, how many bananas do you eat within a given month?
Bananas,
yes.
I used to eat a lot of bananas because when I was out on campus, I have to have a healthy breakfast because I'm diabetic. So when you get up in the morning, it's good to have breakfast,
right?
Because it starts your metabolism early during the day. And it was a thing where fruit generally is pretty good for breakfast, right? So because I'm poor and a college student, I would constantly steal bananas from the school dining halls and bring them home with me. Like I literally would grab bushels of them and put them in my backpack, and I would leave with like 20 bananas in my backpack.
20 bananas.
It was because they would leave out like green bananas that hadn't ripened yet. So I would just have bananas for the coming weeks, basically for breakfast.
Okay, so for future reference, everybody listening, Skylar loves bananas. He will eat 20 bananas in a single serving. He is our resident ape man as of today.
Yep. I'm an ape man.
You are an ape man.
It's pretty racist.
You're white.
But you're saying that you're saying that I'm a monkey.
Yeah, because you're an ape man. You literally have hair on every inch of your body.
So you motherfucker.
Not every inch of my body. So
I don't want to know about that about you.
Yeah. So that's our fan question for today. If you'd like to send in a question to the podcast, feel free to email us at officialdadcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Skylar?
officialdadcast@gmail.com.
That's damn right. officialdadcast@gmail.com. Hold on a second.
What's happening over there? What are you holding on? What's the deal?
Apparently our audio is a little bit low. Trying this new thing where we're actually broadcasting live and it's hard.
Oh, rip.
It's fine.
See, I actually do steal lots of bananas from the school.
Okay. Hold on a second. I'm going onto our Twitch channel real quick.
Spooky
Twitch channels just to get our audio kind of measured here.
Are you still editing the podcast?
Talk. Oh, our audio is fine.
You're dumb.
I'm not dumb. I think there's just a problem with my friend's phone or something. He might have his volume turned down because of I don't know. But I'll probably edit out a couple of things. But I've actually been working on, and if you looked at the thing I posted earlier, I've been working on making so all the transitions I make in the video versions, I can actually do live on the podcast. So
yeah, I saw some of that in the Discord chat when you posted it.
Yeah,
I'll pretty nice.
Yeah, thank you. I worked really hard on it. I've been working on it for like the past 3 days and stuff. So I finally finished up last night, and I even made a loop of our Persona music so I can play it in the background live also.
Sick.
Sick.
So
Yeah.
we can be classy. Wait, I forgot to check. Did you do the instrumental version or the singing version of this?
Oh, we always do the instrumental version.
Good. That was what I wanted to hear from you.
Yeah.
Because vocals would be distracting.
Well, yeah, of course vocals would be distracting. Speaking of vocals being distracting, how was your week, Skylar?
It was fine. I did lots of nothing this week. This was like my first full week after I got finished with some of my classes where I just was done. So I didn't do like anything this week. I just played games. So I decided to finally start watching and catching up on the anime I missed last season. So I watched some Hinamatsuri and I watched some Hisone de Masotan. Those both shows are both still great, still good. Hinamatsuri is fantastic. I highly recommend the both of those. That's all I did. And Claude's already talked about Hinamatsuri on here probably, so I agree with him. It's a good show.
Spooky ghost girl. Not ghost.
No,
she's not a ghost.
Not a ghost.
She's psychic. That's what it was. Telekinetic, yeah.
But they don't use the powers very often. She's just a shit.
She's just a shit. Okay.
She's literally just a shitty child that has telekinetic power sometimes. And then there's also the less shitty children, which are Anzu, who is like the perfect daughter character, who's the best character in the show. And there's Hitomi, who's like this girl that's just really good at doing things, and so she constantly just gets like it's not even tricked. It's people just tell her, hey, do this, and then she just does it because it's harder to say no. So she just gets fucked into becoming like a bartender and becoming part of the student council, and she's just amazing at everything. But all she wants to do is go home and sleep.
Okay. All right.
She's great. That's all I did. I played Blaze Blue. I pushed my
Blaze Blue. You mean Blabru?
Yeah, Burade.
But yeah, Burade.
I switched up my team, so now I'm playing Ruby and Lene instead of Ruby and Yang.
Okay.
Because Yang had tiny T-Rex arms, and it was infuriating to play online because her limbs are so stubby, it's ridiculous. But Lene is fun, and she's got gorilla pressure because not every character can reverse speed in this game, and so it's just fucking ridiculous.
Right.
How you can just
Yang has the reverse speed.
No, Yang does not. Lene does, because all the Undernight characters have reverse speed. Because it's in that game, so they kept it in this.
Okay.
And it's actually really funny. In Lene's own game, her thing is that she's balanced by she has decent normals, but they're not very big. So she kind of gets outranged by a lot of other characters in Undernight. And she's basically balanced in the sense that her mix-ups are not very good, and her normals are just okay. But she's incredibly fast, and she's insanely fast. She's the only character in the game she's the only character in the game that has a double jump. So her movement is crazy, and she can get up in your face and abuse her super fast normals really well when she's there. And her throw game is like ridiculous because her throw range is pretty big, and she's so fast you can just dash up into your face like really quickly. So her mix-up is not really high-low. It's more, is she gonna go low or is she gonna throw, basically. Okay.
So a game of throws and sweeps.
Pretty much, actually. And then but in cross tag, because they buffed everyone's normals in cross tag, they gave her longest normal is just her B now. Like in
great.
It was a Rekka, and it wasn't reverse beat cancelable, but it is now.
Okay.
So she can do a Rekka normal and then just reverse do her jab. It's fucking ridiculous. So her normals are way bigger, and she has better reverse speed like Gatling's in Undernight. And her roll is not fake anymore. Like it actually has like good invincibility on it. So she can just hang out in your asshole constantly.
Oh, that's good. I love it when cute anime girls hang out in my asshole. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's actually like OD. Like she's just there. She's just there, and she's so fast, and she can continue to just be in your face and frame trap you with fireballs constantly. And it's incredibly infuriating to fight against her, but she's fun playing because of that. So yeah, that was my week basically.
Okay. My week outside of editing has been, well, you saw the thing with the internship. I got an internship with a company as their video producer, and they asked for me to post a photo of myself plus a short bio in their about page. And the photo and they didn't give me any tips on what I should do. They just told me, like, hey, send us a picture and a paragraph, and I did, and it looks very much bad. He looks like a creepy dude on Tinder. Yeah, I look like a creepy dude on Tinder, but it's like a Christian website, and it's like, oh no, what's happening?
It's
yeah.
really funny because he's right next to these two proper-looking, like, middle-aged ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes over to him, and he's, like, goateed, fucking long-ass, greasy-haired, fucking James in his house.
just in my house. Took with my phone.
Yeah. Like, one of them looks like a professional headshot. The other one looks like, staged, nice photograph taken.
Mm-hmm.
And here's just like a fucking selfie that was taken in his fucking hallway.
Right. Oh yeah, it's not too good, but it's fine.
Really
it's fine though. I'm gonna get a camera. I'm gonna take a better shot because the camera on my phone's pretty shit, as you can tell.
The blurb about your thing in the company is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So everybody else's blurb is in third person, which they decided not to tell me about. So I wrote mine in first person, and yeah, it's just kind of cringy to read it.
Oh, it's really cringy. Did you know that James really wants to spread the word of God?
I do.
That's what I know. That's what I know about James.
I really do want to spread the word of
When
God.
I think about James, I really think that the thing he wants to do is spread the word of God.
Yep. Anyway,
you want to spread the word of God through your sick video editing skills.
Yeah. Hey YouTube, what's up? What's up, followers? It's your boy. Just be a fucking YouTube hype beast.
Boy, Jesus Christ.
It's your boy, Jesus Christ, out here in Orlando.
Coming at ya.
Coming at you live.
Coming at you live from fucking City Walk, Orlando.
Now I know the first thing I want to do on a Friday night. Go to First Baptist of Orlando to praise God.
Go to the fucking Margaritaville at Universal Studios.
Yeah, where I can spread the word of Jesus Christ in His name. Amen.
All those Buffett fans, huge fan of Jesus Christ. That's where you should. That's where you want to be.
Hey guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Hey guys, make sure to like and subscribe if you and share this if you like Jesus Christ. If you love Jesus Christ, make sure to put something in the comments below. It's like, you guys tell me, do you love Christ? Do you hate Christ? Put in the comments. Tell me. I'll read your comments out in the video. So anyway, outside of doing that, I've been playing more Neo. I'm at the third boss. I'm at the lightning dog.
Oh yeah, that one's fun. That actually is pretty close to where I dropped off Neo, to be honest. I think I beat the next boss, and then I got burned out.
I don't know how to... I can't figure out the lightning dog's movements.
Oh wait, I beat 2 bosses after that. The last one I did was like the poison centipede.
Spoilers? Jeez.
Whatever. That poison level's terrible, and it's like... My biggest problem with Neo is that the level, like, the game is really fun. Mm-hmm. I'm a huge fan of the gameplay system, the combat, the stances, and the different movesets, and like the way you build your own moveset. Like, that stuff's all really fun. I'm like impartial to loot, because I don't really like loot mechanics in general. I just kind of want to find a thing that I like and stick with it. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge loot whore. That's not my thing really.
Okay.
But the loot system in Neo didn't really bother me that much. It was fine. But the thing for Neo with me that got me was that I found that the level design was kind of lacking in some places, where it wasn't incredibly engaging, the level design.
Yeah,
because
going back to the same mission, going back to the same area for a submission, and just seeing that like they just added different lighting or like adjusted certain enemy placements, it does get a little iffy. But I haven't reached that point because I'm not like blasting through the game for long sessions. I kind of just pick it up and play it for a little bit until I get tired.
Yeah, that's true.
So my specific way of playing has kind of staved that off, thankfully.
Yeah,
but I do see it.
Yeah, because it was just when I was playing. It's like the first time you play through a level. The level's fine. It's just like it's a level. I was never like blown away by level. There was one level that I think was really cool. It was the level with the vampire girl, with the big cave.
You haven't told me. I haven't. Oh yeah, the big cave. Yeah, holy shit. That traversing through that cave is fucking hard. I ended up falling. All right, so I ended up falling off of a ledge, and I survived. I managed to survive, but then like I was being chased by a shit ton of enemies, and then I got to a ladder and I climb up the ladder. And there's another enemy there, and but it's kind of a nothing enemy, so I just kill it real quick. And then I try to go up the second ladder, but the second ladder hasn't been kicked down yet, so it's like, shit, I'm stuck. I was actually stuck there. I had to either die or make my way past, and I'll let the audience guess which one I did. I'll tell you what, I didn't survive, but other than Neo, I've been playing Fighter Z, been doing the ranked and the Fighter Z Cup, which has been fun. Had a really close game with one dude. He was playing Goku Black, Bardock, Broly, and I was playing 16 Vegito, Super Saiyan Vegeta specifically. And
there's no other Vegito in the game, so
I said Vegeta.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Shut up. But you said Super Saiyan Vegito though just now. Just want to point that out.
I said no. I said Super Saiyan. I said Super Saiyan Vegeta.
No. When you corrected yourself, you said Vegito by accident.
All right.
You can check the tapes.
My assistant is telling me I absolutely did say Vegeta. But it's fine.
Nope.
Anyway. This Goku Black character, this player, just he wiped the floor with me for 2 whole rounds, like just almost perfect to me on a couple of times, and it was really rough. But then I managed to get him 1 round. I got him 1 round, so it was 2-1. I forget exactly how I did it, but I just fucking pressured the shit out of him with a 16, and I just did it. And then the second round, I also won, and I won it with Android 16's self-destruct, and it felt super good because it was like it was the perfect chance. He had 0 ki, I had 4, and he was just pressuring non-stop with Goku Black. And I hit that input, and he backed up just a little bit, but he not far enough, and I grabbed him, and he exploded to death, and I won. And then the immediate next round, he just immediately wipes my 16 to the floor. And then he did it again with my Vegeta, and then I was left with a Vegito at about half health, and he had about, I think, 2.5 characters left. And I almost had him. I got him down to 2 characters, and his second character was almost dead, but he ended up winning. But I've been having a lot of fun with Fighter Z, and the Fighters Cup has been fun. I think it's Brawly who's currently top the leaderboard for that. I can't remember. Have you been playing any Fighter Z at all? Or
well, you mean like I don't know who. No one gives a shit who's on top of the leaderboard because you can grind out the ranked points in that game. So.
No, it's fine. I meant leaderboard for the Fighter Z Cup, which is based on a different point system than the rank points.
Oh, I don't know anything about that shit. I just
Read.
play
different anime.
I don't
Play better
none of that
anime.
shit's important. Though the top tier characters in fucking Fighter Z are Cell, Kid Buu, fucking.
Wrong. No, Krillin will do it. Krillin can do it. He's got the tools. Yamcha's got the tools, dude.
Bardock.
Yamcha's got the tools. I tell you, man.
I mean, Kazunoko plays Yamcha.
Who?
So, Kazunoko.
I don't know who that is.
He won Capcom Cup.
It's Cap. Nobody gives a shit about Capcom. Nobody cares
He's a
about
very good Guilty Gear player. He plays Raven.
Okay.
He's played Guilty Gear for a really long time. Actually, I forget who he played. I think he played Robo-Kai in Accent Core.
Can you explain the Robo-Kai thing for me? What?
I don't actually know why he exists in lore. I think they made like robot versions of Kai because reasons. I don't know.
Reasons.
Like,
that's a good excuse.
I don't know. I have no fucking clue why Robo-Kai exists. Well, give me a second. Someone's calling me.
Oh my, really? All right. Well, I'm going to talk about the rest of my week since your ass keeps interrupting. I also been watching a shit ton of horror movies on a Viver. I forget how it's Verve. It's pronounced Verve. Basically, it's an assortment of different channels.
They were gonna go see Jurassic World.
I don't care what your family's doing. I hope they don't enjoy it because it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've been using this service called Verve, which is I guess it's owned by Funimation or something. What?
I think it's a partnership there because it has a bunch of shit on there.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of shit. It's got Crunchyroll. It's got
Funimation.
Funimation, and it's got Shudder, which is the horror movie service owned by.
Doesn't it also have fucking High Dive as well?
Yes, I think so. It might have High Dive. Anyway, but I've been using Shudder to watch a shit ton of horror movies, and I watched the entire Cabin Fever series, including the remake. That series, Skylar, is eclectic. I'll tell you what. So the first movie was directed by the guy who played the Bear Jew in Inglourious Bastards. I forget his name.
Right, I forget his name as well.
But I didn't know that when I first saw it. I first saw it like 3 years ago with my buddy James. When we were in the cabin with my friend, hanging out in a cabin with my family. Okay. Sorry, I was reading something.
Wow.
My assistant had to tell me something. It was very important.
That's pretty gay.
No, my assistant. Okay, shoutouts to my assistant Sky for being very helpful today. She's been very helpful today. I'm kidding. It's a he. It's a he. No. Sky is very helpful. Thank you, Sky. Anyway. By the way, that was not a knock towards trans people. I just called him by the opposite gender because it was a funny joke.
James, don't be backpedal on this fucking piece of shit. You're fine.
Let me backpedal on this podcast nobody watches. Anyway, so I was using Shudder on Verve to watch a bunch of horror movies, and I was watching Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever is a very eclectic series. First movie was directed by the guy who played the Bear Jew in Inglourious Bastards, and I didn't know that when I first saw it 3 years ago. But on rewatching it with a friend of mine who knew more about directors and stuff, he told me that guy is actually close friends with Quentin Tarantino, is actually a huge fan of exploitation films. And then when I knew that, I was able to actually watch the movie and understand, oh, that's why it's terrible. It's meant to be bad. It's emulating shitty B-rated horror movies. It does it pretty well. I couldn't tell when I first saw it, and then upon rewatching it, I noticed it a lot more. It's held back a little bit by its budget. It feels like the makeup. So the story is that it's like a skin-eating disease of some kind. I watched a lot of movies involving skin-eating diseases. Now that I think about it. Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Anyway, so I watched. Yeah, that's the first movie. Is that it's a skin-eating disease being spread. It's a virus. It's a skin-eating virus. Whatever. Don't fucking Sky's over here trying to tell me what movie I watched. Oh man, they're distracting. Oh God. Right. Yeah. Okay. So cabin fever. Yep.
What you were talking about?
Skin-eating virus is infecting these teenagers who are hanging out in the cabin. And it's weird and it's kind of funny at times, and it's pretty good. If you like exploitation films and you want to see a movie that's like a send up to that, I'd recommend it. The second movie I do not recommend. Cabin Fever 2 has the only people who are related to it from the first movie is the composer and a co-producer. And the co-producer is still a co-producer. The new director is somebody completely different. And it takes itself, it's so like, what's the word? Mean-spirited. It's about a bunch of teenagers who get, that live in the same like old town from the first movie. And they get infected through the water. And that water ends up getting into like some punch that's being served at the dance, the school dance. And it's like a really mean-spirited like teenage rom-com, but everybody's an asshole. Everybody's an asshole. It's, you know, typical story of like, oh man, I really like this girl, but she's dating that Chad that I hate. And it's like, okay. And then the Chad like sees him talking to the girl that he likes and is like, hey, get away from my girl or I'll fucking kill you. And he shoves him through a door into his room, or into his classroom. And the teacher looks down at him and then looks up at the bully who clearly pushed him through the door. And then the guy who gets pushed through the nerd gets sent to the principal office. Like, why are you starting so many fights at school? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what the fuck? That's not how that would work. Why would the nerd be sent to school when the bully very clearly did it?
Good,
okay.
Good, because it's a high school exploitation movie. You gotta have hateable characters.
But it's not even like a high school it's not even like an exploitation movie, because it still takes itself kind of like more seriously than the first one. None of the characters are likable. It has Fred from
of course
30,
it has Fred in it.
No, from 30 Rock.
Oh, I thought you meant Fred from Fred.
No, remember 30 Rock, the nerd, the fat nerdy guy with the hair and the glasses and the hat.
I didn't watch 30 Rock.
He kind of talks like this. He's like, dude.
Okay. I mean, I get the idea of this character.
Anyway, it's a pretty good actor, like an actual actor in the movie, and he's all right. I mean, he's in it, but he's like there for like a short bit and literally gets killed off. Oh, spoiler warning for this bad movie. Anyway, don't watch Cabin Fever 2. It
loves it.
You get one good actor from the first movie in there, and it's the cop that's like a weird asshole and possibly a pedophile. It's and I say possibly because he hangs out at like underage drinking parties. Because he apparently in that town, those are the best parties to go to, and it's kind of weird. Also, he looks a lot like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And for a long time until I saw the credits, I thought the actor was Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's super hard to tell sometimes. Anyway, yeah, don't watch Cabin Fever 2, but do watch Cabin Fever 3. Cabin Fever 3 is actually a really good movie. I genuinely like that film. And Sky's looking at me like, oh my god, what the fuck? But it's a good movie because it doesn't take itself as seriously as the second movie. And it's a prequel. I should say it is a prequel. It's called Cabin Fever 3: Patient Zero, and it's supposed to be about how the virus got developed and everything. So teenagers. Not teenagers, young adults. One of them's getting married. Is like, oh, we rented out a boat in the Dominican Republic. Yeah, they're having the marriage ceremony at they're having the marriage ceremony in the Dominican Republic, which is where the film takes place. It's like, oh, honey, I let your friends, one of which is your younger brother, and the other one is like your weird stoner business partner friend, and your friend that is a girl, your actual childhood friend that is also a girl, rent you out a boat so you can go to an abandoned island and party for 2 days as your bachelor party. then the deserted island they happen to go to is the one where they're developing the skin-eating virus, right? So it's one of those.
Okay.
Yeah. But it turns out, the childhood friend, he slept with her at one point, and now she wants the D because even though she's dating the main character's younger brother, who's like a total a beefhead, because he doesn't take the relationship seriously. And it's like, okay, that's weird. They go swimming on the island, and some of them get infected with the skin-eating disease. Main character and friend and stoner friend go to find help. I forgot to mention, there's a scene, so the film Cabin Fever 1 is an exploitation film, because there's a scene in which I can only describe it as a romantic finger banging scene.
Okay.
And what's funny about it is, the finger banging is happening. And then he's like, yeah, I'm into it. My penis has become the big penis, right? And then he pulls his fingers back, and they're all covered in blood, and you realize that there's gaping wounds on her thigh, that he might have been fingering. So,
fingering her gaping wounds?
Yeah, in her vagina, with his fingers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the scene comes off as hilarious in the film, because it's not. You're not supposed to be taking it seriously in the first place. In the third movie, they one up that scene in that they do the Jolly Rancher. Are you familiar with the Jolly Rancher, Skylar?
Is it like their story on Reddit?
Yes, the story on Reddit. For those of you who aren't aware of the Jolly Rancher story, the Jolly Rancher story is about a guy going down on his girlfriend, and his tongue is in there, right? And he's reaching around, and he's like, "Oh, what's this weird kind of hard thing in my girlfriend hid a Jolly Rancher in her vagina." Man, that's so thoughtful. And he pulls on it with his tongue, and he bites, and it explodes and gushes in his mouth, and it was a blood clot. They do the same thing.
Awful and terrible.
It is, and they do that in the third movie, and it's hilarious because you see it coming a mile away if you watch the first movie. Anyway, that's how the boyfriend gets infected. Find out more about how the virus got there. So the one problem with the movie is they don't actually tie it back to the first movie. There's no characters that are the same. There's no shared characters. And the last thing you see is a guy with the virus floating back to the Dominican Republic. But the original movie takes place somewhere near Texas. Somewhere near the Mexican border, and it's just weird. And they don't really connect the films at all, and it's kind of a problem. But I think they did a good job. I think they kept the spirit from the first movie, in the third movie. But now, Skylar, here's another one for you. There's a fourth movie. It was made 2 years ago. It's a shot-by-shot remake of the first movie, but it's not directed by the original the original crew. The original cast is not there, and it takes itself 100% seriously with updated references.
That's
There
weird.
is a character who says verbatim, "Man, what am I gonna do without Black Ops 3, GTA 5, or Minecraft?"
Wow.
Yep.
The same demographic loves these things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. The gamers love Call of Duty and Minecraft.
And also Minecraft.
And yes, of course. And also, yeah, and just none of the actors who are replacing the original actors put any sort of personality into the characters at all. They just say the lines like normal, and it just doesn't come across as good. All of the male actors look basically the same, and I couldn't actually tell which characters were supposed to be who until somebody said a line and I recognized it from the movie. It's weird. None of the characters look distinct or act distinct in any way. It's literally just like watching somebody repeat lines in a film. And the movie takes itself 100% seriously. They take out all the kind of fun out of the first film, and it's bad. Don't watch the Cabin Fever remake. It's bad. Watch Cabin Fever 1 and Cabin Fever 3, and that's all you have to do. And because we've been on my week for a little bit. I also watched Cube 1, 2, and 3. Cube 1 is good.
Wow.
Cube 2 is
all the fucking Cube movies.
I watched all of the Cube movies, dude. Cube 1 is great. Cube 2 is not as good as 1. Cube 3 is about the same as 1. So it basically with Cabin Fever and Cube, watch 1 and 3 and you're all good. That's all you need to do. Cube 3 is also a prequel. Fun fact. So I seem to have a thing for bad horror films that like to make their third movie a prequel. And that was pretty much it for my week.
Paranormal Activity also did that as well.
Yeah.
It was either 3 or 4 was a prequel. Eventually they hit the prequel number, and you gotta go back in time.
Yeah, you gotta go back in time because you can't think of anything original.
Because we've already defeated this monster so many times, we can't have it be defeated again. So we just have it go back and have it be defeated. Have it be the first time, be the second time, really.
Oh yeah, it's great. What a great idea.
It's really good.
You know what else is a great idea, Skylar?
What?
The waifu cast.
Who's the waifu this week? What are we doing?
Our waifu this week is Cammy. Cammy, I think.
From My Hero Academia.
Yeah,
or from Street Fighter.
From My Hero Academia. Cammy from Street Fighter.
Okay.
Cammy from My Hero Academia. If you don't know who Cammy is, she's the.
She's not in the anime yet.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, that's right. She's not in the. She's gonna be coming out in season 3, part 2.
Yeah.
She's cute. She talks in memes. Essentially.
It's what it is she's a Gyaru character, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is that Gyaru characters, in a lot of things, I have a friend that speaks Japanese. He always complains about how no one knows how to write Gyaru characters in anime because they all talk, they all talk in like slang basically. He always complains about how the slang that they talk in is like from like the 60s, and how no one talks like that anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. But apparently, her slang is like, because it's usually the talk is like localized as like them using like text speak.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But apparently, Cammy's dialogue is a little more authentic to like more like actual like younger like Yaru's like now.
Yeah. Salty AF.
So,
lit as fuck.
She uses, apparently she talks in Japanese, she talks in like, Japanese internet slang, but in like memes and stuff, but when they translated it to English, she just talks in like, like English words. So she's like, it's lit AF, fam.
Yep. Yeah. She Preach is my favorite. Preach is my favorite. I want her to say dab on the haters. If we get 5 million likes, can we get My Hero Academia season 3 part 2 to have her dab on the haters, unironically?
Yeah. Like, so she's fun. And also she's one of those characters again that is immeasurably helped by the character design, because she's from a different school from the main characters, and the uniform for the school she goes to is like too cool to exist.
Yeah, got like this weird like imperial Japanese like officer uniform.
Yeah, and so she's in like a latex bodysuit basically.
Yeah,
with like a woman hat.
Yeah, that's what we like.
It just looks really cool for like no reason. Like that's her school uniform, is to look that cool.
But Skylar, you're forgetting the most important part of her design.
It's the big lips.
It's the big lips. The big lips are the best part of her design. She got them DSLs, I'll tell you what.
I knew that's what we were gonna say.
Why?
I know you too well.
You do know. How many years have we known each other, Skylar? 4 years?
5 years.
5 years. Yeah. So let me ask you something, Skylar. Is she viable?
Yeah, she's viable.
She's a viable waifu. Damn
I'll
right.
give her viable. She's fun.
Yep. Fun character.
I wouldn't kick her out of bed.
I would invite her back into bed. personally. Like, please come back. Please, I'm nothing without you, Cammy.
Jesus Christ.
Cammy, please.
Literally waifu for James. Because she's a meme and she's got big lips.
That's pretty much all you need for me.
Yeah.
Like, big lips, big ass, and memes is all I really need in a woman.
Much. That's pretty much all James needs, really, in real life.
Ladies, hit me up.
It's why he's also gay, because guys are more memes than women. Yeah.
That's true. Guys are more often gonna use memes. Yeah. That's why I go for the ultimate meme in traps. Traps.
That's right. Because you know that traps are into the meme culture.
Dude, traps are so into memes, dude. It's a fucking
guarantee. Because they're already falling for the trap meme as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you just know in your heart of hearts,
guys and girls, if you want a cute trap GF, yeah, if you want a cute trap GF, you're gonna get a good meme every once in a while. She might even dab on the haters. Yeah. Now, would a trap want to be referred to as she or no? Because it's just cross-dressing. It depends. Depends on how the trap defines themselves. Well, because the word trap is often used to it's often used to describe trans women, right? The trap was originally just like an anime joke term that was like for yes, it was originally an anime joke term. But I mean, in like English colloquialisms, it's used like anybody that looks effeminate. I feel like there's a lot of trans people that don't like being called traps because it's derogatory sounding. Yeah, some people find it derogatory. It kind of depends on how they feel about it. If they're a trans person being called a trap, it's usually considered kind of derogatory. If it's a person that's cross-dressing for like a sexual thing, in my experience, they don't typically find it derogatory, but I mean, people are different, it's gonna happen one way or the other. If you're only Afro and you're doing the trap streams, then that's the meme, right? You can't be offended when people call it a trap. Alright, I'll be honest, only Afro is a pretty good trap. When he wears the doctor's mask. When he wears the doctor's mask. Something about the doctor's mask, man. I like that trend. I don't know why. It's because it hides most of the face. It does hide most of the face. That's exactly why. I can tell myself it looks just fine under there. Pretty much. Anyway, let's move on from this conversation. Yes, let's move on from traps. We're going to talk about the news now. What's in the news today? Well, today in the news we have Night is Short, Walk On Girl, directed by Masaki Yuasa, is getting a U.S. theatrical release. It is going to be in my local theater on August 21st and August 23rd, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Skylar, you've seen this film, right? Yeah, I talked about it on one of the first podcasts, actually. You did? Oh, yeah, you did. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about it, since you've actually seen the film? Oh, I talked about it for like 40 minutes last time, whatever. But it's super. I mean, it's a really good like romantic comedy, I guess. The movie literally builds itself as a romantic comedy, but with romantic in quotation marks. Mm-hmm. Isn't it kind of like one-sided? No, it's that it's not like when you think of a rom-com, you think of like, I don't know, what do you think of? I think of Ashton Kutcher and Reese Witherspoon. Yeah, basically. This movie is fucking weird. It's like the kind of movie where in the first 20 minutes of the film, because the premise of the movie, basically, from like a basic standpoint, is that there's this guy who's like a senior in college, and there's this girl that he likes that's in the year beneath him, and he just really wants to impress this girl so that she'll like notice him and they can go out. Basically, he's doing the Japanese thing where he doesn't just want to ask her out. He wants. I have to impress you. Yeah. His thing, he talks about it. I actually really like it. I really like it. His plan to woo her is the acronym is appear before her often, which is AHO, which the pun in Japanese is aho means idiot, because he's a fucking dumbass. But basically his idea is that if he just kind of bumps into her constantly, then she'll eventually feel like that it's fated for them to be together or whatever. Yeah. So the creepy thing.
Yeah, and so then she's just like a girl who's just living her life, basically. And the movie takes place over the course of one night, and she's just living her life, doing whatever, and she's like basically made out to be like, you know, a very like a special person kind of thing who does a bunch of crazy shit, and he's just following around like trying to impress her basically, and then weird shit happens, and so like the first 20 minutes of the movie is basically they go to like a party, and then they leave. They're at a wedding shower, and they both leave the wedding shower, and she goes to a bar and gets drunk with this guy who tells her the story about this rare liquor. It's called a fake Denki Braun, which apparently is a real thing that's from like the Osaka area that the movie is set in.
It's set in the Osaka area? It looks modern.
No. Osaka
area. I'm sorry.
It's an area.
Area.
I might. It's either in Osaka or it's in like. I'm pretty sure it's in Osaka. But yeah, it's like a regional thing. And she meets this guy, and then he ends up being a creeper, and she punches him in the face, and he falls down. Porn explodes out of him. Where he like is literally like he like in his pockets he had all of this rare like ancient Japanese porn, like old style like ukiyo-e ink drawn porn. They're just on him. He ends up being a porn collector. That was just his thing. And then so then they leave, and then the main character, the main guy character, gets mugged by the Yakuza man, and they steal his pants. Just because they just do that apparently. They stole his pants. And then he runs into the guy from the bar on the street who takes him in, and then you realize that he's upset because he's gonna have to sell his collection of rare ancient porn because he has a debt to the Yakuza. And the main guy is just there without any pants because he really just wants a pair of pants. And he's like, the guy's crying about having to sell his wares to the Yakuza. And then while this is happening, the other girl is bar hopping with old people. Like she ran into a bunch of elderly people, and now they're bar hopping, going on like, you know, whatever. And she's like a old group of like philosophers or something. And then the rare porn spills out onto the street. And then the Yakuza guy shows up and he's like, oh no, I can't even sell my rare porn because it's all destroyed, because it's all in the street. And then the girl challenges the Yakuza boss to a drinking competition to absolve him of his debt. And that's the first 20 minutes of the movie. The first 20 minutes of the movie could be its own movie, and there's like 6 movies in this one movie. Yeah,
it's kind of a series of vignettes almost, isn't it? Is it not?
I think it is, yeah. And like and again, it also takes place in one night.
Right.
And it's goofy. It's got a great art style. Yuasa is a great director. I'm a huge fan of him.
Yuasa
soundtrack's great.
Yuasa directed Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah, and like Tatami Galaxy. The thing with this one is that it's the same. It's based on a book by the same author as the Tatami Galaxy, and it's also the same universe as the Tatami Galaxy. There's some returning characters in it, like the I think his name is Higuchi, the sensei guy with the big giant chin, and the dentist girl who was like his girlfriend pop up. They're prominent characters in it. And then also Jogasaki, who was like the film club president, is in it very briefly. And there's an event that happens in the movie that inspires the main character from the Tatami Galaxy to do his thing or whatever.
But don't spoil too much.
Yeah. It's just like it's incredibly loosely connected. I don't think you need to see the Tatami Galaxy in order to understand the movie, because it's not at all connected by the plot or anything. They're just referenced basically. Okay. But I would recommend watching both because they're both fantastic shows. Asian Kung Fu Generation, the soundtrack for both of them. You would know them as the band that did that one Naruto opening that's really good.
Which one is that? I forget.
The second OP, which is Haruka Kanata, which I'm not going to sing because fuck you.
No, please do, because I don't remember it at all, and I actually watched Naruto.
One of the Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, it's Fighting Dreamers, right?
No, it's not Fighting Dreamers.
Oh, but I love Fighting Dreamers.
They did the OP for Erased. Did you watch Erased?
I did watch
that?
Erased.
Yeah, they did the opening for Erased.
That's a pretty good opening. Erased was pretty good.
Asian Kung Fu Generation's a good band.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and so yeah, I'm excited this movie's coming to theaters. Everyone should go see it.
Me
Everyone
too.
should buy the Blu-ray when it comes out because it's great.
No, don't buy the Blu-ray. Just go see the movie in theaters. Blu-rays.
I already got tickets. I'm seeing on the 21st.
Yeah, I have to get tickets too. I'll get them next week or something. Speaking of next week, Studio Trigger unveils their new logo for a Promare original anime.
Yep. Exciting.
Yep. We don't really have much else to go on other than this really cool art.
Yeah, it looks like
a
retro, like sci-fi retro style.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
Let's see, yeah, they announced this with Darling and Franks and then Gridman, and then we have this logo here now. High quality battle entertainment is what they're describing this as.
I know that they build it as being in a similar vein to Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, it looks a lot like it.
And Imaishi is directing it. So that's exciting because Imaishi, when he directs things, they're usually pretty good. I really enjoyed Luluko. I really enjoyed Kill la Kill.
This is specifically an Imaishi and Nakashima collaboration,
yes.
which they both worked on Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann together. So
yes.
that also helps here the idea.
Hopefully they get a good character designer on it because that's what would be good.
Nope.
In my heart of hearts, I want them to get.
They're gonna get the guy who designed Naruto to do it.
Kishimoto, didn't he design the characters?
I don't know. Probably. Fuck it.
Design them for the manga.
What? Yeah, whatever. Princess Principal VA retired.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. So you brought this up to me. She's not even old.
Well, that's the thing is that she's like I think she's a relatively new VA.
Right.
She just very recently had to retire due to an unspecified medical thing.
Yeah, Ayaka Imamura.
Yeah, and they just announced like 6 sequel movies to the show, which I guess is the new meme. That's the new meme for anime production.
Is 6 sequel movies?
6 sequel movies, because Girls in Panzer did it, and now Princess Principal is doing it. So now it's the new meme. Now more than one person's done it, so
yeah. When's the 6 sequel movies to Gurren Lagann, where it just start getting multiple universes larger?
Nah, that show's done. I don't want more of it. Especially now that Gainax is just like its horrible husk of itself that it is now.
I want 6 sequel movies of Gurren Lagann, and I want Gurren Lagann to get so fucking big that it actually expands. It breaks through a parallel universe, and it's the Kill la Kill universe. And you just see a head.
It pretty much already did that in its own show. Because in the end, they needed to create a pocket universe for it to fight in, so that it wouldn't destroy the entire universe.
I know, but I want it to get so big that it breaks through parallel universes, and it's just different guidance.
But that actually happens though, because the universe is so powerful and so
pocket
big. Pocket
universes and parallel universes are different things.
No, shut up, James. It creates a hole within the pocket universe that just teleports to the Earth. And so the Earth, when you're on the Earth, you look up in the sky and you just see the robots fighting because the reasons.
Yeah. but I want it to be bigger. Make it bigger.
You can't really get feasibly bigger.
Make it bigger.
Whatever. You fucking fool.
You're a fool. Anyway, Cells at Work gets a stage play. Awesome. We got an anime, and now we got those manga. Then we got the manga. And, I mean, wait. Shit, I meant. All right, we have the manga Cells at Work.
Yes, that's correct.
And it's getting its anime adaptation.
Correct.
And now we're getting the stage play.
How is that gonna work exactly? Because the fucking manga for Cells at Work is weird as fuck. It's like over the top and crazy.
Well, you see, Skylar. First off, you're gonna get 60 trillion actors for every individual cell in the human body.
Right. I mean, like, even just like not even being really realistic, like to the fucking realistic to the way the human body works. There's that show animates the way that your body fucking operates like it's a shonen battle manga.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck are they gonna do that? Because it's just like white blood cells.
Well, I'll tell you, they're gonna murder people live on stage. There will be a battle royale.
The way it's presented is really crazy, so I don't know. Whatever, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Let's see. Is there any more in this little thing? Nope. That's pretty much it. Just being told it's getting a stage play. Great. Now we can move on to video game news. What do you think our first topic is today for video game news?
If I remember the docket correctly, it was some shit about movies no one wants, and I forget what they both were.
Wrong. We're talking about video games, and we're going to be talking about the new Overwatch hero. His name is Wrecking Ball.
His name is Hammond. Excuse me.
Yes, Hammond the Wrecking Ball.
Hammond the hamster.
Yep, and he's a Wrecking Ball. Where are my Miley Cyrus edits?
Tachikoma.
Oh yeah, the Tachikoma from Ghost in the Shell. Kind of. I think more like
Tachikoma with the hamster in it.
Yeah, I think more like. Kind of reminds me of one of the enemies in Nier Automata. One of the big balls.
Yeah, actually, someone posted on the Nier subreddit with that as well. That he's like it's like the boss.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it's called. Yeah. It does look like a fucking. It just looks like a Tachikoma. Yeah, I don't know. A roly-poly.
So yeah,
I don't mind the design. People seem upset about it for some reason.
I don't know why. It's just a hamster and a giant death machine. It's cute.
People, the thing that I've read is that it's confusing why people are upset because
Winston exists.
There are people saying that it doesn't fit the universe or something.
Winston exists.
It's too. People are like, but monkeys are already similar enough to humans, so they can suspend their disbelief in that way. Which I guess. Really, the thing that is crazy to me is that they're upset at this. It's the same thing, where people are upset that he's too ridiculous for the setting. That he makes no sense. That he's too smart for a hamster, and he built the thing. It makes sense because he doesn't have opposable thumbs. So how did he build the mecha that he's in? Whatever kind of bullshit. The same people though also want a cat with a jetpack. So I'm confused why they're upset about the hamster with the robot.
No, you see, it's different.
But they want a jetpack.
The cat doesn't need opposable thumbs to do the jetpack. It's fine.
And so like it's just confusing to me.
So I know you don't play Overwatch, and I also don't play Overwatch.
I mean, I played Overwatch a lot. Well, I just haven't played it in a while.
So let's talk about his actual what he does as a character. So he's a tank.
I don't know. I haven't actually seen this. So
he's a tank class hero. He has fast mobility option. Wow. He's got fast mobility options, so he can roll around. So I assume he's probably gonna have like an ability just to roll, similar to like Yeah, he'll
76 is dash probably.
Yeah, probably something like that. He's got adaptive. He's got an adaptive. Bless you again. He's got an adaptive shield ability, which generates extra shielding for him when he's surrounded by more enemies. Okay, so he's specifically a dive character almost.
He's a dive tank. He's like better D.Va is what it sounds like to me already. Even though D.Va was OD for a while.
Hell yeah, she was.
They nerfed her a little bit. Now she's just okay.
He also has a grappling claw that'll let him swing around on the field and damage enemies that he hits, as well as a pile driver ground pound ability for slamming foes into the floor. His ultimate ability is Minefield, which allows him to deploy a field of mines, which should be useful for closing off lanes for flanking foes or defending checkpoints. Not sure how the grappling claw thing is gonna work. Is he gonna have like a fucking Widowmaker claw sort of thing? Is that how that's gonna work?
Probably, yeah.
That's weird. That's a weird one. That's a lot of mobility for a tank.
I mean, is there? Yeah, it is.
I don't think
it sounds cool though.
Yeah.
I mean, but like Diva has pretty high mobility for a tank. She has a fucking fly that just goes where you point. You point the direction and you fly.
I guess that's true, but there's so little control of that. Like
No, you have really great control over Diva's fly. You can fucking do crazy shit with it.
Well, maybe I just don't have good control with Diva's fly. Maybe that's
yours bad.
I'm not bad at video games. Okay, I'm really good. I just don't play ranked.
You can mouse aim your fucking fly. Then yeah.
I find the mouse aiming to be difficult with her fly ability because I just it's too sensitive. I just end up going all over the fucking place. It's like, oh god, where am I? Oof. Oh.
Even I got pretty good with fly when I was playing Diva.
You know who else is all over the place? Snake. So Super Bomberman R gets David Hayter to voice 2 Metal Gear Solid Snake characters. We get Solid Snake, Naked Snake, and Raiden.
Wait, did they get what's his face to voice Raiden?
Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. So we get Snake, Solid Snake, Naked Snake, Raiden, Bill, Lance, Vic Viper, Ayako Katagiri, Episumaru, and Xavier Woods. Oh god.
Xavier Woods?
Xavier Woods Bomber.
Xavier Woods is fucking sick. What a guy. What a lad.
You're not looking at the stream right now, but I'm looking at the design. It's great. He's got a fucking trumpet. And the wrestling belt.
Damn. Oh, wait, is it a trumpet or is it a trombone?
It's a trombone. It's the one you played.
I played a trumpet. That was my place. Xavier Woods plays the trombone.
Then it's trombone.
Is there a slide on it?
Yes.
Like a big long slide.
Yes.
That is a trombone.
Okay, it's a trombone. Naked Snake has a water gun. I love it.
That's pretty okay.
Let's see, right in here. Where's the other? There should be another one. Who's that? Who is Vic Viper? Does that sound familiar to you?
Vic Viper is, I believe that is Grandia.
I'm seeing a giant penis head, of a giant penis, what's it called? Cockpit.
Vic Viper is the mech that the main character from Zone of the Enders 1 uses in Zoe 2. When you fight him, he's using the mech of Vic Viper.
That's cool.
But I'm pretty sure that that is also a reference to Grandia because the Vic Viper is the thing of that.
The Raiden one looks sick.
A strong reference.
The Raiden one looks sick. It's the Revengeance design. So he's like kind of like the sleek black with like red accents. His sword seems to be made of wood, which I think is really silly and cute. It's nice, good touch. I don't.
Solid Snake have his low res face.
They don't have Solid Snake listed here. Unfortunately, they don't have his picture.
I'm sorry, I lied. It's not Grandia, it's Gradius.
Wow.
Names are hard.
Wow.
Gradius is the shmup. Grandia is an RPG.
Skylar out here with the hard G's.
I'm really hard. I'm really good at saying things.
So unfortunately, we don't have a picture of a Solid Snake, but it's fine. Because honestly, like, Naked Snake looks fucking sick. I wish you were watching the stream so you could see it, but it's a very good rendition. So yeah, we get a bunch of new characters in Bomberman R, Super Bomberman R. Can't wait. Can't wait to see that. I might get that game now that David Hayter's in it.
What a mark.
I'm such a mark, dude. You don't even know. So, speaking of marks, PUBG devs dropped the Fortnite lawsuit.
Speaking of... No, that's more of a smart move to me.
What's the difference? I don't understand what a mark and smart are.
Okay, I'm pretty sure, I'm probably wrong, but I'm pretty sure that a mark is somebody that when you're... These are both wrestling terms, by the way, in case you're wondering. Right. So a mark is somebody who is really into like wrestling, like so you're a mark for something. So like, you know, I could be a mark for fucking, you know, like Finn Balor or whatever. I'm really into Finn Balor. But the idea of a mark is that you're into it and you're into the kayfabe of it, right? Being like the storyline they're presenting, right? And then a smark is someone who is like aware that kayfabe exists, and you're a fan of wrestling, but it's the idea of it is that you're like a smart fan of wrestling who like knows about like the back end part with like the storyline writing, the politics stuff of it and stuff like that, right?
You're the lore master. Gotcha.
Yeah, basically. And so there's like the gif of like the smart versus mark, where like a person will get kicked in the face, and like
the other person's like, how is this gonna affect the storyline?
Yeah, or the mark like is like that's rad, and then the smart is like, oh fuck, they just took that kick right in the face. Like they just took it. That was real.
Oh god.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that's. See, now let's talk about PUBG.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was literally it. Like, all we know is,
do we not know why they dropped it?
No, we don't even know why they actually placed
Well, they did the lawsuit because they felt like they were stealing their ideas. That it was like they popularized Battle Royale and they were exploiting their idea, right?
Yeah, but
they had that.
Well, we don't know the exact reason why, but that was what people said. Well, that's what one of the devs said. It was concerned that Fortnite might be replicating the experience for which PUBG is known, and saying that it had concerns about Fortnite's UI, gameplay, and structural replication.
But didn't they release
no
things they felt like were copied, with maybe an example that they gave? The use of frying pan weapon. Whatever.
They did, but they didn't give like specific. They released the thing saying it's copyright, saying it was they thought it was copyright infringement, but they didn't give like really specific examples. At least not according to this. Was this GameSpot article that I'm looking at. So we don't know the exact reasons and like what set them off, and now we don't know why they stopped suing. So cool, I guess this is the end of the story.
They realized that this lawsuit was not going to be a victory. They realized that it was going to just be
I hope so. I would hope the South Koreans would be smart enough not to know that. No. What? I said I would hope the South Koreans would know it. Would be smart enough to probably would be. I don't know.
All right. Yeah.
Look.
Abort that sentence.
Look, I'm the same person who went on a tirade about the Chinese audience in Japan.
Yeah,
let's not forget.
The Chinese audience in Japan.
Yep. Now let's talk about the Game Critics Awards. Yeah, oh god. Let's talk about the Game Critics Awards, Skylar, and how shitty they are.
The what?
The Game Critics Awards? The Game Critics Awards. Oops. Remember, I think it was last year we had this whole thing where it was like games that weren't even out yet were winning awards. Do you remember that conversation?
I do not, but that sounds like some bullshit to me.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Game Critics Awards are for games that have not released yet at all, but have apparently had a hands-on demo at some point. So I'm gonna list these so we have the nominees for this Game Critics Awards. We have Best of Show, Best Original, Best Console, Best VR. We're gonna talk about Best in Show. First on the list, Anthem, Marvel's Spider-Man, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I am mainly upset at Anthem at this because the criteria is that you have to have hands-on game to show the critic. If they have that, why didn't we see any of it at E3? Because if you recall, for Anthem at E3, they just showed the same concept art 2 years in a row. And all we got was fake gamer speak. It's like, oh man, I fucking check your flank, person. That's clearly an actor of some kind. Do you remember that? You watched that announcement, didn't? Because that was at the Sony one, I think. Or
So
no,
yeah,
that was the EA one. Yeah, no, not the Division for Anthem.
The Division had the fake speak too. I did not watch the Division.
Okay, well the Anthem also had the fake. Anthem also had the fake speak. Anthem, yeah. I don't know. I just think it's dumb that these games aren't out yet, and like they're getting awards, even though like.
What did they get awards for? Best in Show or some shit?
Yeah, Best in Show. Yeah. Okay, so Sekiro got Best of Show nominee, but not a nomination. Oh, yes, it did. Never mind. Disregard. I didn't read. I was gonna say Sekiro got Best of Show nominations, but not Best Original Game. But then I looked down a little bit further and I saw it did. Never mind. I'm dumb. I don't really know where I wanted to go with this conversation.
I don't know either, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's talk about the NES Classic. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's back, I guess.
It's back. Buy it before Nintendo takes it away. Do it.
Buy it, except don't, and just use an emulator instead.
No. Well, actually, no. Well, yes, but no. You can't just say that. You can't just say that, dude. It's not kosher.
No, it's perfectly fine.
No, it's fine.
They're just selling you a box that has a bunch of ROMs in it.
Yeah.
Which is,
No, it's fine, but it's got all the ROMs you know and love. 30 classic adventures.
30, but not even all the good ones that you want.
Look, it's fine. Let's talk about Jared Leto in a spin-off film.
So what are these things? One of them says Shining sequel. What the fuck is that? That's not real.
It is real. Two things. First off, Jared Leto to star in the Spider-Man spin-off film Morbius from director Daniel Espinosa. First off, who the fuck is Morbius? Second off...
Spider-Man?
Yeah, Spider-Man is Morbius. It's Morbius the Living Vampire, which had a run of 32 issues through April of 1995. Literally who?
Morbius the Living Vampire.
The most literally who ever.
Yeah, I recognize this character, I guess, but I think it's just because I had as a child, I had this book about Spider-Man characters. It was like a Spider-Man encyclopedia.
I think he showed up. I think he showed up once during the Spider-Man animated series. Maybe. But yeah.
So are they just gonna do this thing now where they're gonna make movies about Spider-Man villains?
Yes.
Because they have a Venom movie, and now they're doing Morbius.
Yep. And then we're getting Silk.
Dr. Michael Morbius, PhD, MD.
Great.
That's his name.
Dr. Michael Morbius.
So stupid.
You gotta love the fucking, what are they called? Marvel characters and all the alliteration, right? Like the Michael Morbius, Bruce Banner, Peter Parker, Tony Stark.
That's not alliteration.
Thor.
Stephen Strange.
Stephen Strange. Stan Lee. I'm losing the thread here a bit.
You lost it already. I tried to help you bring it back, but you failed immediately. Keep going.
Let's talk about the Shining sequel. So, Skylar, I was in the same boat as you for a little bit. I thought this was going to be a sequel to a film that didn't need one, and it turns out I was only half correct. This movie, the book, the book, The Shining, the book of The Shining already had a sequel, and
I figured that.
No, but like Stephen King wrote a sequel about Danny.
Noted hack, Stephen King.
No, Stephen King's not a hack. No, don't say that. Anyway, so Dr. Sleep, the book, and the movie is following Danny, the little kid, who is now a middle-aged man drifting through America in order to shed his father's alcoholism, which passed down to him in order to forget the events of The Shining.
Wow, I'm already fucking filling out my Stephen King bingo card.
After landing into a small Massachusetts town, that's another That's another
Yep.
one. If they name that town Derry, that's you're already going to get bingo.
Yeah, I'm doing it. What's the free space on Stephen King bingo? Is it some sort of weird sex thing?
No, it's paranormal.
Yeah, I guess true. Monsters show up.
Monsters show up. Yeah, monsters show up.
Because there aren't monsters in like Cujo or like Mercy or was it Mercy? What's that one fucking called?
Which one?
Where the girl kidnaps the author.
Mercy. Yeah. It's called Mercy. Alcoholism. I think alcoholism or
alcoholism is the free space. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Alcoholism, or sad old man,
Yeah.
sad middle-aged man. After meeting
Some character needs to be a writer.
Oh God, yeah, writer. Yeah, main character is a writer is the free space. After,
But then Dark Tower though. 'Cause main character's he's got a gun.
Yeah.
He's a gunslinger.
I don't know, man. After landing into a small Massachusetts town and with the aid of a cat, he becomes Dr. Sleep. After meeting a young girl with the most powerful shining Danny's ever seen, he must now face the demons of his past and the demons of the present in order to save her from a horrifying evil known as, and this one's for our furries out there, the True Knot. Now, you didn't hear it, Skylar, but something outside my door knocked over as soon as I said the True Knot, and I can only assume that's Satan coming to reap me from my mortal coil.
Yeah, that's it. That's actually the sound of your dignity. What's left of your dignity leaving?
Almost.
None of it is left. It is kick the door, close on the way out.
It is gone forever. Now let's see who is coming into Dr. Sleep. We have 2 stars, Rebecca Ferguson and Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor.
So Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Obi-Wan is playing Danny.
Yep, I guess so. I'm okay with
That's
that,
weird.
kind of, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I like Ewan McGregor. He's a good actor. That feels like weird casting to me.
It's a Stephen King film, so I mean, can't have too many barking at the door.
The thing about this is that it sounds terrible, and Stephen King's a hack, and he accidentally writes good books sometimes. He wrote so many books.
Yeah.
But and then the thing that gets me though is that he hates the Stanley Kubrick Shining movie.
Yeah.
He wasn't faithful to his novel, and so he
So we're actually getting the sequel to the Stephen King television miniseries, The Shining.
Movie. Yeah, that's correct.
Great. Love it.
That's correct.
Yep. This is good.
And I'm still looking at pictures of Morbius, the living vampire. I'm getting like the Lego versions.
Now for things people did ask for. Spider-Man Far From Home, the Homecoming sequel.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm excited for that.
So, I guess spoiler warning for Infinity War, real quick. Spider-Man dies. Spider-man dies at the end of Infinity War.
People were saying this movie might take place before Infinity War. I don't know if that's true or not.
When between Infinity War?
In the space between Homecoming and Infinity War, obviously.
Is there that much space?
Didn't he like have a crazy new suit in Infinity War?
No, he did, but he gets the suit during Infinity War.
That makes sense. I
He
still
gets
haven't
it-
seen the movie, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he gets it directly in the middle. He gets it so he can go into
Okay.
space.
Okay, I mean, I don't know the timeline for this shit. They probably could put it in between, and it would be all right.
Maybe, like you're gonna have
But
to
yeah.
work with it.
But then, that's not to say that I don't think that Peter Parker's not dead. He's gonna stay dead because he's definitely not gonna stay dead.
No, he's gonna stay
definitely
dead. Everybody's dead. Tom Holland
Everybody's
got one.
dead?
Tom Holland got 2 movies and now he's gone.
We're done.
We're back to
Black
Tobey
Panther?
Maguire.
Black
back
Panther.
to
No
Tobey
one cared about Black Panther. You could just kill him off right away, and no one at all wants a Black Panther 2. So completely useless movie. No one saw it or cared about it.
No, it's fine.
Just kill him off.
Nobody liked Black Panther. That's why I got so many awards.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's why they put his suit in the Smithsonian Museum for this week.
That's so fucking stupid.
It's pretty weird.
It's fucking. Oh, look at this fucking thing. Like what? What?
It's really weird.
if Black Panther's suit is gonna be in the Smithsonian, I want the Thing to be in the Smithsonian. I think something from the Thing should be in the Smithsonian because that's some good fucking makeup they did.
Sure. But that's not. But that isn't like. That isn't like, you know, saving their race or anything. You know, that's.
Is the Black Panther saving their race?
Yes, it saved black people.
Save black people by having fictional black architecture and historical objects that are still fake in the Smithsonian. Of course.
No, it saved black people.
It saved black people? I thought Get Out saved black people.
That did but that wasn't a superhero movie.
No, Get Out. Get Out let us know that black people were in danger, and then Black Panther came in and saved black people.
That's true. But Get Out let us know that they needed saving, and then Black Panther saved them.
Yeah, it let all the white people know they needed saving, and then the white saviors came in with Black Panther and saved it. We did it. That's true. We did it, white people. We did it.
Thanks, Jordan Peele.
Thanks, Jordan Peele, the whitest man alive.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele's great.
Pretty good.
So we know Spider-Man Homecoming 2 is coming after May 2019. Coming out after May 2019. Alongside Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is coming in 2020. His next solo adventure will be hitting the big screen on July 5th, 2019. As it'll be the first title to kick off Phase 4. It's
Season 2.
Yep, Season 2. Avengers 4.
Season 2 of Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I can't wait. It's noteworthy how close the release dates are for Avengers 4 and Spider-Man Homecoming 2, but there's a good reason for that. It'll be rated... Oh, wait, hold on. Webhead... There are no future plans. It will. I'm trying to read the article and talk at the same time. There are no plans to make this rated R. So I mean that make whatever fine.
Why would they rated R?
I don't know. People are just asking. It doesn't have any. It doesn't have a director yet. So cool. We know a release date. We don't know what, but we don't even know who the director is yet. Amazing. Thank you. We did it. We did it. And then and then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Will come out sometime in 2020. Hooray. Let's talk about the Watchmen TV series. Are you ready?
Are we ready?
Yeah, are you ready for it? All right. So directed by Nicole Castle. Writing credits to Dave Gibbons, Damon Lindelof, and Alan Moore. We have the cast. We have Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Jamal Akakpo, Joshua Allen, Jamel Chambers, Adelaide Clemens, Francis Fisher, Louis Josette Jr., Andrew Howard, Tim Blake Nelson. I don't recognize any of these people. There's child actors. That's a bad sign. Why are there...
Wait, what?
There's a large number of black people for this Watchmen series. They're making a Watchmen series, like television series. For the Watchmen.
I understand that part.
It's coming out in 2018. I was reading. The cast members, a lot of black people.
I thought you said there are children.
There are three or four children actors.
But who are the child characters in the Watchmen?
I don't know.
I don't remember a single fucking one.
There aren't any children in the Watchmen. That's my point. Yeah. Why are there children in this film, in this series?
And then I'm fine with who gives a shit about who plays what.
Are we gonna get
you can get a black guy to play Dr. Manhattan. It doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, no, I know, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
James, are you saying that the ratio is off? Is that what you're saying to me?
The ratio is off. Yeah, the ratio is off. That's what it is. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. Not weird, but it's like...
Is it weird?
No, it's not weird. Oh, God. How do I... Oh, man, this is going bad. This is going south. Anyway, I think the child actors are a good hint at we're gonna be getting fucking flashbacks for all of the characters of like how did they become this way. Oh well, let's just flash back to their childhood, I guess. I don't fucking know. Watchmen television series, just whatever. I don't think it needed one personally. You and Alston need an extra thing, Skylar?
The civil rights movement.
Oh, I was gonna say the Predator. The new Predator film shows off the big Predator. Did you see the big Predator, Skylar?
I did see it. He's pretty big.
It's so big. What a big Predator! It's
He's big and
this
strong.
is gonna make the best movie out of all of them because it has 2 Predators in it. Can't wait. It's such a big Predator.
It'll be better than Predator 2.
Will it? I don't know. I liked Predator 2.
Did you?
No, I didn't see Predator 2. I just wanted to say I did to be that guy.
Don't say these things.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand why Predator is getting made. It really doesn't need to. Is this gonna be like the hybrid Predator from AVP?
Yeah.
Is it?
No.
Oh. Alright. Oh god, I'm reading this fucking title. I'm reading the tag for this movie. When a young boy accidentally triggers the universe's most lethal hunters return to Earth, only a ragtag crew of ex-soldiers and a disgruntled science teacher can prevent the end of the human race. The little boy does it? What does he do? Does he fucking kick the predator signal into the sky? And the predators show up? It's like, oh, I guess it's time to kill humans.
There's a little boy in Predator 2?
No, in the Predator, in the new Predator movie. Are you just not paying attention? Like, what's going on?
No, but is the movie, so the movie, what is this movie fucking called? What is it called?
It's called The Predator, 2018.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's confusing.
Remember Predators? Plural?
Yes. Yes, I remember that, yes.
This is the sequel. I guess. When a young boy kicks the fucking Predator signal into orbit, and now the Predators show up, and now they're like, we have to kill all the humans. But now there's a big Predator, and it's just... It reads like a fucking ad-lib from Rick and Morty, dude.
That's weird.
Yeah, and now also the Star Wars story movies are not on hold. They're not actually... I saw that. Yeah. And look, it's Ewan... What's his fucking name? The guy who plays Obi-Wan? Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor?
I'm looking at him right now. And,
yeah.
Yeah, it's in the article.
Wow, what a surprise. Obi-Wan's article about Star Wars.
Yeah, right? So, quick update. All the Star Wars movies that aren't the mainline ones, that are going to be probably really bad, they didn't stop. It's still happening.
Good.
Don't tell me Solo was good, because you're wrong.
Was the one that felt the most like it could be good of those.
Which one?
The Han Solo movie is like why? Obi-Wan movie.
Oh,
Han Solo movie is like why? Obi-Wan movie seems fine.
Rogue One is also not really needed to be made.
I fucking do not like Rogue One at all. Movie sucked.
Oh, you love it. Look, think about the fucking robot. He was so mean. He was such a mean robot to the human.
No, see, K2SO was the best part of that movie. Everything else sucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god. I'm falling apart here. Claude. Skylar. Skylar. Are you ready to make? Are you ready to make your Drake?
My Drake?
Yes, to celebrate the new Drake
Scorpion?
album. Yeah, Scorpion. There is no official album cover. They made a website called Make Your Drake, in which you make the album cover yourself using images that, from your computer. So I'm gonna make our Drake right fucking now.
Oh no! Live on the air.
Live on the air. Oh god. Oh, it actually requires a face. Oh no. I have to take a photo or something. I need a picture of a face. Oh god. Oh fuck, dude. Kill time. Skylar?
So like, I got my art book in for Penguin Drum yesterday. It's pretty cool. It's got a bunch of fucking storyboards in it. It's got like promotional art and like.
Spoiler alert for Devilman Crybaby, real quick. That has to happen.
What?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Is anybody watching the video? It's just,
All right.
It's fine. We did it. All right, it's good. Keep talking.
Did you feel over time? Myself. What am I? What are you gonna keep interrupting before I figure out what you even fucking talking about? Piece of shit.
It's fine. It's fine.
Is it fine?
I'm hoping it is. Oh no, it keeps having an error to read faces. Why won't it let me fucking? Oh god.
Is it fine?
God. Jesus Christ! It just knocked
What the fuck is happening?
I just knocked my microphone down. Just knocked my goddamn microphone down. No, it's fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. All is not lost. All is not lost. I'm desperately just trying to find a picture of something that I can use for this stupid website. Please read the face of Drake. Please. Oh, they did it. Okay, add signature by signing the box. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm just desperately trying to make this album. And it's just... I did it. I did it. I did it, Skylar. I did it.
Did you do it?
I did it. It looks bad. It looks really bad.
Does it look bad?
Yeah, check. You should check the stream to look at it. I'll make it the fucking thumbnail or some shit.
Post
Hopefully.
a link to the stream in the chat so I can see it.
No, bruh, you know what the goddamn...
Bruh, it takes you 12 seconds to post a link to this fucking stream.
Twitch.tv/DADCast official, you dumb bitch.
So you're saying you want me to type on the podcast? Is that what you're saying?
No, but I would have to type on the...
You are saying that you want to hear my fucking laptop noises? Is that what you want?
God damn it, Ed Sheeran is being sued by Marvin Gaye. Because he sounds too much like Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, white ass boy Ed Sheeran. Fucking literally whitest man to ever exist.
Whitest, most acoustic man.
Sounds like the fucking soul brother Marvin Gaye.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran sounds similar to Marvin Gaye. And I listened to the two tracks. There's the bass line in Let's Get It On, and the bass line used in Thinking Out Loud sound kind of similar, but they have very distinctly different beats.
Didn't Marvin Gaye's estate just finish suing fucking Robin Thicke over blurred lines?
Yes, which is why I'm looking at a tweet right now that says, "Hey, at Ed Sheeran, call me."
Oh, but from Robin Thicke?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Calm it down there, guys. Jesus Christ.
No, we have to sue everybody. And Ed Sheeran apparently settled a $20 million copyright infringement claim over his song Photograph because of something? What? Why? Why was he sued for Photograph? Who sued him for Photograph? Thomas Leonard.
I've not heard that.
And Martin Harrington. Oh, okay. Same chord progression, I guess.
Fucking lots should have the same chord progression. If you sued someone for just the same chord progression, then fucking some random ass dude in Louisiana could sue the entirety of all of the blues musicians forever.
No, it's
because I invented the 12-bar blues. It was me.
You did it? You did it, Skylar?
It was me. I invented it.
Nice.
Chord progressions are fucking the same shit. Everyone's used the same chord progressions for years. There's videos on the internet. There's videos on the internet of people playing songs that have the same chord progression. Like they'll they'll play a medley and they'll go from one to the other. That's not a thing to sue over.
No, it's a thing. It's apparently now a thing to sue over. but let's stop talking about dumb lawsuits that I don't actually give a shit about. Scott, why don't you tell me about Sophie's new album, Oil of Every Pearl's Uninsides?
It's pretty cool. It's like, so Sophie is like an art pop kind of thing. She has like some influences from like dance music or whatever. And from her previous thing, she had a couple of singles. I didn't listen to her a lot of her previous work, but I checked out the new album on a recommendation of someone on the Discord that I'm in. And really, I don't have much to say beyond the fact that it's just really cool. And it's like, you know, yeah, there isn't much pop music that's out like this that has such a distinct style. Like I don't know if I could point to another artist that has a similar style to her, really, in the sense that she just is such a really weird mix of things.
Well, Skylar, I bet if you could, somebody would sue. Somebody would definitely sue.
You're right, that's true.
Does she use any chord progressions?
Does she use any? Yeah. I'm sure she uses some.
Oh God, dude. This is a lawsuit waiting to happen,
lawsuits in the making.
Oh God, I can hear them writing it now. Oh God.
Yeah. Anyway, the album's cool. It's like dance pop and like avant pop with some like industrial influences in there as well. It's really cool, and she's great. And you should check it out. That's really all I gotta say.
Would you recommend it to all the big-titted goth GFs in the world?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'd say that when it comes to art pop, it's definitely more listenable, quote unquote listenable, than something like Bjork. I still find Bjork kind of like unapproachable in her style. Like I don't know, it doesn't click with me. I think that hers is much more accessible, Sophie.
She also has a much more pronounceable name.
Bjork is not that hard to say.
I mean, if you look at it, it's spelled B-J-O-R-K. I mean,
yeah, but she's from Iceland, so.
Yeah, well, Sophie is a easier name to pronounce, so.
I guess that's true. I mean, I guess you literally are correct, because Sophie's like, you're from America, and Sophie's like an American, like very normal name. Bjork is like not, but fuck you. You're uncultured. It's fine.
No, I'm plenty cultured because I watch Monogatari. And this is how I'm going to smoothly...
Is that how you gauge how cultured you are?
Yeah. How far am I into Monogatari? And now
how far are you in Monogatari?
I am on episode 2 of Shironeko. So...
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
that's my favorite arc.
Yeah, you've told me it like several times, but
yeah, that's my favorite one.
So, we're gonna be talking about Monogatari spoilers now. If you're listening to this and you don't want to be spoiled on Monogatari, seasons Bake to Kuroneko, which is the first 4 arcs, I think.
Yeah, because he's including Kizu in there. So if you haven't seen Bake, Kizu, Nisei, and then the Kuroneko OVA.
Then yes, you should stop. And you don't want to be spoiled on it, then you should stop listening. If you don't care, or you want to learn more about Monogatari, keep listening, please. I need this. I worked so hard. I need this. So Skylar, why don't? No, fuck you, Skylar. I'm going to describe what Monogatari is, and then you get to listen. Fine, fuck you. Monogatari is a long series of...
That is really funny to me. I don't know why.
It's a long series of light... Is it light novels or full novels? It's light novels,
light
correct?
Novels. They are light novels.
It's a series of light novel adaptations by Studio Bones?
Shaft.
Okay.
Studio
Shaft. That is very multifaceted in how it chooses its genre. It's the genre it goes for is pretty much just set by whatever the tone of the light novel volumes it's adapting are. For instance, Bake Monogatari, just the first season, is kind of a romantic comedy mixed with like a couple of action elements for like one arc. Kizu Monogatari is just like a noir action film. Then we have Nisei Monogatari, which is more of a comedy. They all have comedic elements to them, but like Nisei explicitly was kind of like, it was just like a kind of a ecchi comedy sort of thing. A lot of what's the word, titillation in there.
Lots of boobies.
No, it's more like a lot of lack thereof of boobies, because like you said, this is where the lollies start overtaking for an entire season.
Yeah, no, but there's also like Kanbaru gets to hang out naked for like a whole episode.
Yeah, I guess Kanbaru gets to hang out naked for an entire episode, but that's one episode.
It's true. And then there's fucking, I forget.
And then
there's lollies that season.
Yeah, that's where you get your lollies. And then Kuroneko.
Getting your lollies.
Getting your lollies. Oh man. And then Kuroneko is a it's just sad, I think.
Yeah. No, yeah, that one's the one that's sad. He said that because I said that one just opened. Isn't that OVA just open with a big long conversation with Skihi about how you know if you're in love?
Yes, it does.
Right? Yeah, that was good.
It's somber.
Yeah, I'd say that's true.
Yeah.
I'd say the thing is that like the genre for Monogatari is less like it's less determined by the arc that it's in, and it's more determined by whatever the exact scene you're in is going forward, and then it just switches constantly. Because I've always described Monogatari as a mess, but it's a fucking entertaining mess because it's like very clearly like thoughtfully put together, but it's just so all over the place and out there, and there's so many different elements, so many different places that it's just this huge hodgepodge of bullshit, and it's fun, and it's got great characters, it's got fun writing, but it's just you got to be willing to like accept just whatever it decides to throw you, pretty much. It's just gonna give you a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, that sounds about right. A big thing I think should be mentioned in Monogatari, like this as a whole, this doesn't necessarily. Oh wow! Why did you do that? Just a bunch of static all of a sudden. You're gonna want to put your ear away from that for like the next 5 seconds.
Oh no! Yeah, I'm trying to move because the fucking dog was on my lap.
Yeah, my assistant Sky does not appreciate this.
Well, fuck him. He stole my name.
He stole your name? Sky, how old are you? Skylar, how old are you?
21.
Okay, yeah, he did, because he's 20.
I like how the second I get up, to the other room.
Please stop, Skylar. What
but
are you doing?
The phone would have been louder in the other room anyway.
Oh God, why didn't you just go to your bedroom?
Because usually there's people in there, but I'm alone in the house for right now.
No, go to your room, you bastard. Okay. Anyway, it's just so it's a light novel series, and it's very much
written by Nisio Isin, who's a crazy man.
Yes,
crazy person.
Crazy person, and it's very narrative heavy, except for like dialogue heavy. Except for Kizu. Kizu is still dialogue heavy, but there's action scenes between, so it's like
Kizu
hard
actually is fucking weird because they decided to adapt it, the movies. They didn't, for every single season of the show, they always adapt the characters' inner monologue. So they decided not to in Kizu until the very end of the movie, at the very end of the last movie. So you don't get to hear Aranagi's inner thoughts until the very end of the final movie instead, which is really weird decision making, but I think it's cool.
Okay. But it's very dialogue heavy, and because of that, adapting it is kind of difficult at times. But Monogatari gets by with it because of its visual presentation. It's very distinct how Monogatari is adapted.
It's very French New Wave, actually.
Yes, exactly. It's very. You look at it, it's like, am I watching a French art house film? What the fuck is going on?
It's literally like they watched like Made in USA or like Breathless. And we're like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, let's adapt the whole series just like this.
Because it's Nouveau Vague, but with Japan eyes through it. So it's fucking weird, and it's like all like it's Nouveau Vague plus whoever is direct. So the direction for Monogatari is really weird, like the staff.
Mhm.
So you have the chief director for the series is Akiyuki Shinbo, who is chief director on literally on almost every single Shaft show that's ever been made,
Mhm.
because that's a lie.
Uh,
They're lying to you.
they're lying to you.
So it depends on obviously his involvement depends on the show, how much he's involved, but he's just kind of like he's kind of a little bit used as the studio mascot, basically.
Okay. They
but
put
he
his name on
also
it. They put his name on it, so you're more likely to go.
Right.
Okay.
But he also is a director. He did direct things, but because he was involved in the Yu Yu Hakusho show,
Mhm.
the old one, and he did like Martian Semester Nadesco, and his biggest thing I guess he did was Soul Taker, which is like the most his style I think has ever been. I think he also directed Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei. So he did those things, right? He has a very distinct style for his things that he does. Really, it's very odd. But people talked about when he was working on projects that his biggest strength was that he was very good at managing teams. So it's very possible that when he worked on a lot of stuff at Shaft, instead of doing like storyboards and actual like direction, he's actually just the manager who's in charge of making sure everyone works efficiently and all that shit, right? And so the actual granular director of Bake Monogatari and the Kizu movies is a guy named Tatsuya Oishi, and then the rest of the show was directed by, I forget his first name, I think it's Kensuke, but don't quote me on that. But his name is Itamura, and he directed the rest of the series. And they also have different styles themselves. Oishi is definitely more into the French New Wave stuff, but it kind of persists throughout. But both of their styles are like really weird interpretations of Shinbo's style. You see, he has the things that he's into.
Okay. So you're saying this is a Cypher versus Mercenaires Sans Frontières sort of thing.
Sure.
I don't know. You said two people have different interpretations of something, so I can only make a joke about the boss.
Oh yeah, okay, sure. It's not. It isn't that crazy. Like it isn't Outer Heaven.
You sure?
It
should be. Fuck.
But it is.
This was Shinbo's will.
It is weird. And it is definitely like the show's visual presentation is definitely odd, but I like that they went for it because the reason why they're able to do it at all is because the novels are so heavily focused on dialogue, because that's Eason's thing. Niseo Eason loves writing dialogue.
Right.
So his books almost never have descriptive text that explains, what things look like. So Chapters goes fucking nuts with, his bathroom is a giant Victorian famous, huge and massive. Like, how his bathroom that he takes showers in is like this giant space with like a tub in the middle, but the room fills with water or whatever. Like he's like in a bathhouse. You know that? Remember all those scenes? In his bathtub? Yeah. And then, or like, but his house is like way bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, kind of thing. Same thing with the cram school, and the normal school. Yeah, so they're still able to do that shit because the book doesn't have any descriptions about what those rooms look like. So they just kind of go nuts.
Oh shit!
Just
not yet. I clicked on something I shouldn't have.
Was it
Don't
porn?
worry about it. No, it's not.
Did you open that Monogatari Dojin that you sent me a screenshot of the other day?
No.
Pretended like, and then the joke was that it was me that was reading lolly porn, but really it was you that read lolly porn.
I didn't post. Well, no, because first off, I didn't read that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. No, I did. Skylar, I go on a. Oh shit, Skylar, I go on a fucking subreddit called Hentai IRL that is specifically just about taking single panels from porn and making fun of it.
I'm sure.
So I got a single panel of it, and then I sent you the link or something. Did I send you the link, or did I just post? Because
you posted it in chat.
okay, I sent you the link. I sent you the image. It's like, haha, Skylar's a pedophile.
I get it.
And then there's.
The joke was like you posted the pedophile shit.
Yeah. Haha, I'm such a mean, funny man. Oh god, this is a weird thread. Let's oh gosh, let's start with Bake in terms of like what we're gonna start spoiling here, because we've talked about like the visual style and where it comes from and everything. And I really do I really don't think I would be as interested in the show, or I would recommend the show if it didn't have this sort of visual style.
Because it helps make it visually interesting on top of the dialogue. Because otherwise there was people talking in a room.
Yeah, exactly.
So be a dude on a couch. Talking to another dude on a couch.
No, that's what makes it good, is people talking on couches. It's great.
Well, I know, but I mean, like, it wouldn't be. Okay, you might as well just read it if that was the case, right?
No, you have to watch it. Oh gosh, what am I saying? Anyway, so Bake, right?
Right, Bake. Yes.
It's
First
good.
Season.
It's good. Romance story that actually has the balls to have the characters end in a romance.
Yeah, almost instantly.
Pretty much almost instantly. Was it like episode 3, and then the last episode they have like an actual thing where they like established, yes, we're in a relationship, because before it's kind of implied until then. Yeah, really good.
It's literally let's go on date. Is that episode?
Let's go on a date. Yeah, Senju Gahara is a great waifu. She's the best.
She's not the best one. But
she's your waifu is a child. Do not at me.
I like Hanekawa. She's my favorite one.
Which one's Hanekawa? Okay, you like titties.
I like Class Prez. She's the best one.
She's got titties. That's all she's got going for her. I like one
correct.
step away from being yandere. That's my thing. I like normal Hanekawa. I don't like cat girl Hanekawa. Black Hanekawa might as well be a different character. Right. Yeah, you like normal, but I was saying that's why I like Senju Gahara, is because she's like one step away from just being yandere, and it's great.
Oh yeah, sure. She's it's just, you know, the thing is that I don't fight any choice in Monogatari except for Nadeko. That everyone else is viable.
Everyone else, including the sisters, you creep?
No. See, here's the thing: is that viable waifu does not mean that I'm self-inserting into the MC and I want to fuck them. It just means that, you know.
Skylar, I think that's you trying to justify your actions by making a different definition for a word that's already established.
No. What? No. Waifu. If you waifu something, that does not mean that you're making yourself the main character of the story. It just means that you like the character. So like,
but it means you want to wife the character.
They aren't my sisters, so it doesn't matter.
But the sisters are 14, Skylar.
Yep. Who cares?
He said
all of them are fine.
He said it. The man said it. You heard it here first, folks. Skylar does not care if the girls are 14. He will smash. Oh.
Speaking of, did you guys see the notable Third Strike player?
Oh God! Right? What's his name again? Kuroda.
New player arrested this weekend for banging a high school girl.
Oh no! And then there's always the one dude in Kappa who's like, man, we don't know the whole story. Could have been anything. It's like
so it was the thing. I saw the details last night on Discord. Yeah. I was scrolling down the Twitter replies. Someone was like, why is this even a crime? She consented.
Why
and I
is
was like,
this
what the
even
fuck?
a crime? Oh no!
It was funny because I saw it and then me and someone else posted it the exact same. Like we linked the fucking tweet at the exact same time. Like, what the fuck is this guy?
Look at this dude.
Look at this dude.
Fucking Digibro's out here in the FGC now.
Yeah,
Fuck.
he is.
Oh,
No one. I'm really upset that no one reacted to that GIF I posted in FG chats. Of made Photoshop Chris Proto's face on top of Q, in which his intro where he chases the kids off the screen. It was really good. Come on, that's a good edit.
I mean, it's alright.
It's great. Come on.
I mean, which one was it? I can't see it. I can't find it.
It's the Twitter GIF.
Which
Yeah,
Twitter
yeah.
GIF? There's so many Twitter GIFs.
There's the first one that you see when you click on FG chats.
Okay. Let's see. I didn't actually see this. Oh God! Gee, that's pretty good.
It's great. It's really good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, all right. One of those little kids looks like fucking Ying or Yin. Yun. Yeah, that's right. Yun and Yang. One of the little kid with the hat looks like Yun.
Do you think their names were Yin and Yang?
Well, that's what they're going for. Is Yun is Yin and Yang.
Oh, that's racist.
That's how was that? No, because one of their names is Yang and the other one sounds like Ying.
But how you Ying? Do you think it's Ying and Yang? Like Y-I-N-G?
What Yun sounds like Ying. It's like it's meant to invoke
Well,
that
no,
sound.
do you think that it's Yin and Yang? Is that what you think right now? Is that what you're telling me?
Yin and Yang, yeah. Yin Yang. It's like yeet. Ying. This bitch empty. Ying.
I don't think Ying is even a word in Chinese.
Well, look, in my defense, for a long time I'd only ever seen that word spelled. And I first saw that word when I was like 10. And 10-year-old me doesn't know shit about Chinese.
Wait, so you're saying you only ever saw it spelled, yet you still said it wrong with a G.
I've only ever, yeah, it's spelled Y-I-N-G.
No, it's not.
I've seen it spelled Y-I-N-G.
Then you're actually incorrect.
I think it's a silent G, actually.
It's not. You're fucking making this shit up.
Assistant, can you Google Yin Yang for me?
It is Yin. Y-I-N. I just did it.
Y-I-N-G. Y-A-N-G. I'm having my assistant look this up for me. I'm positive I've heard it.
There are the Yin Yang twins, which are a hip-hop duo.
Yeah. I'm sure they have some opposites called the Ying twins, I'm sure.
Ying.
Yeah, there's a hip-hop group called Ying.
I'm wrong if I type Ying.
Oh, it's Yin. It is Yin.
Yes.
Okay. There's a hip hop group called Yin and Yang. So Y-I-N-G and then Yang. Yeah, Ying twins. Gotcha, Skylar.
I just said that just now. I literally
but my other Skylar said that. The other Skylar that I own.
I literally said that already.
No, it's fine.
The Yin Yang twins.
No, but you said Yang twins.
And it's not. No, I didn't.
You said
Yang
twins. You said Yang twins.
All right, you can check the tapes on that.
Check the tapes. Rewind it back. Usher got the thing that make your booty go pop. Stop, Sky. Just stop. Please stop. Yes, I know now. Thank you. I know. Thank you.
You're a fucking fool.
No, look. It's fine. It's fine. We were talking about Monogatari.
Were we?
Yeah, we were supposed to, and then you dropped like fucking Kuroda on me. Just corroding this fucking podcast.
Yeah, that was, that was okay. That was an okay pun.
Thank you. So Bake, romance story, actually has the balls to get people to fall in love and have an actual relationship. And I have Senjogahara fascination illness. It's fatal.
It is. It's good.
It's a good illness though. It's the one you
want.
want.
It's actually great.
It's like good cholesterol.
In one of the Discords I'm in, there's a Monogatari channel, and the role you need to get into the channel is called Senjogahara Fascination.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
So other noteworthy things. from from Bake.
Bake.
Bake, honestly, Bake's the show. I mean, it's the first season, so obviously, but Bake's the one where if you can't get behind the visuals, you're not gonna like the show.
Yeah. Because the thing what's cool with Bake is that it was made on like the tiniest of baby shoestring budgets.
Mm-hmm.
It's super low budget. Like the joke about Monogatari when you watch it is that it's a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, it really is, dude.
There is really very limited animation, except for like a couple of spots where you can tell that like Oishi got his buddies in to do crazy bullshit. So there's like the bit with Kanbaru where they fight Araragi, which looks amazing. That fight is ridiculous and is incredibly well animated.
Yeah, was that episode 6 before we see a drop of blood?
Yeah, well, I think there's blood in the first opening sequence of the first episode.
No.
There's that montage of stuff from Kizu, and you see like
right, yeah.
Kiss shot in the subway. Yeah.
Right.
So there's that fight scene which is amazingly well animated, and then there's like the bit with at the end with Shinobu and Hanekawa, which is also well animated. But the Sakuga just comes in bursts, and then everywhere else it's like still images of people standing and talking in like crazy environments. Basically, they're very, very simple and limited animation that's elevated by very good direction.
Also, because this is Japanese dialogue, lots of wordplay in use.
Also, because Isen's a crazy person who's a kanji nerd.
Right.
Monogatari was kind of written as a way for him to be a kanji nerd.
I see.
So when I recommend to watch the show, I recommend that you track down, for as much of the show as you can, because I don't think they subbed the whole show. But track down as much of it as you can, Kami subs for it, because they try to localize the jokes.
Yeah.
So that they work
human ears.
Yeah, because the thing is that when you watch it on Crunchyroll or official subs a lot of the time, what they do is they do literal translations. So they'll translate a joke literally into English, and then they'll put a translator note that explains, they said this word, which is the same thing as this word. So basically, they explain the joke to you. Yeah. In English.
Which makes it less funny.
Yeah. Whereas in the Kami subs version, they like switch
make
up
a
the
different
wordplay
joke.
so it makes sense in English.
Yeah.
Basically, they like a different joke with the same effect so that it works in English. So when you're watching it this way, you get the actual like intended effect of the dialogue instead of knowing that there was a joke there, basically. And the Kami sub jokes are actually funny. So that's like the worry with doing that is that you make them like unfunny jokes.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Genius comedy writers over there, Kami subs, good kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the kind of show where you do kind of have to pirate it. if you
Yeah, because it's just because of the sub situation. Also because Aniplex is a terrible company.
Yeah, it's because Aniplex won't make the dub that we all know and want in our hearts.
No, it's because Aniplex wants you to pay fucking $120 for Kizu 3, the movie, because
Damn.
And because they don't sell anything except for special editions. Like they sell like the Japanese editions.
Right.
In Japan, like Blu-rays are like a luxury item to own because they always come with like posters and a bunch of extraneous bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You can only buy expensive editions of their shit. So they're always really pricey.
Can't I just have the fucking movie in like a CD with a crystal case? No.
Yeah.
You need this giant box.
Yeah. Or it's like $60 for like 4 episodes. Like it's awful. It's awful. Like I'm happy with I dislike Sentai Filmworks because their subs are awful. And they're not bad in that the dialogue is poorly translated. It's just poor typesetting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it doesn't look good, and they have super cringely translator notes. that are like old school, like Kikaku meets Plan tier shit.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. But they have reasonably priced Blu-rays that have the whole series in one. It was
cool.
kind of pricey for me to buy Penguin Drum, but it was still like 12 episodes on a release, and it costs like $30, which is still kind of pricey, but it's not that bad. As opposed to like $60 for like just the Neku Shiro arc, which is 5 episodes.
Whoa.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Even though well, honestly, I'm surprised they don't like dial it back, because usually $60 for Blu-ray of like a season of a normal anime is like you get like 4 episodes, right, in a Blu-ray.
4 episodes? It depends on the show. For Monogatari, or for
No, I'm making a joke, Skylar. I need you to not mention Monogatari. I'm making a joke here. On average,
whatever.
how many episodes would you get in a Blu-ray for a normal show?
12.
12? All right.
Or
So
it
it's
was
Baki Monogatari.
America or Japan?
Huh?
America or Japan?
Japan.
Because in Japan it's like 4.
Okay. So because Baki Monogatari only has like 4 episodes, or 11 episodes, you gotta dial that back to 1 episode per Blu-ray per $60.
Baki has 15 episodes. Though.
1 episode per Blu-ray per $60.
But Baki has 15 episodes though.
1 episode per Blu-ray.
And, I'm surprised we haven't gotten that far yet. But like at Fully Cooley, 1 episode per disc.
Oh, wait, was that real? Was that real?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I own Fully Cooley on Blu-ray. It's not that bad.
Okay, 1 episode per disc? Shit.
Unfortunately, FLCL on Blu-ray kind of sucks because they lost the original masters for it, so they just killed it. So it doesn't look that bad, but because it was 3D animation, they lost the cells. They didn't have them anymore because it was a joint thing between Gainax and Production IG. So they were all spread out all over the place, so they didn't have them available.
I see.
So they just upscaled the thing. So like some of the line art is kind of fucked up.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
So after Bake is Kizu, and Kizu is like the 3-parter series of movies that is basically just like what happens during spring break to
which they refer to as Hell Week. Or
Hell Week.
That time a lot.
That time, yeah. That time with that man.
That man. My favorite Guilty Gear character. When's he gonna be playable?
Never.
Yeah, never.
He's gonna be an alternate color for Snake in Smash Ultimate.
You actually learned his name in Rev 2.
What's his name?
I don't remember because it was nothing. It was a boring name.
Oh.
Yeah, like he's just the thing everyone knew he was the whole time, which is Soul's like scientist buddy when they were scientists.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Soul never struck me as the kind of person to be a scientist, but all right.
He was a scientist when he was a human. And he got the half gear inside of him, and now he's half gear. He's the guilty gear. He's guilty because he helped make the gears.
I don't want to understand Guilty Gear lore, so I'm gonna stop you. Kyuzu Monogatari is a great great series of movies. Full of action, but like good comedy surrounding that action.
Yeah.
Like the fucking fight with the vampire, the half vampire, and he just fucking immediately gives up. Or the full vampire, rather.
The
lesser vampire.
Which one? Which one? The one you're talking about, the guy with the big cross, or the guy with the arms?
Arms. That's the full vampire.
Yeah,
he
just like, fuck it, I can't beat you.
Yeah, like this is ridiculous. Like I'm done. Also, being able to see like Araragi just fucking constantly regenerate throughout that whole sequence is they did a great job.
Well, the actual best is when he fights Kiss Shot. And
yeah.
and
handstand running.
When he gets cut in half, and he's fighting her in the air, and his fucking legs are running in the background.
Yeah.
It's super dumb. It's great.
Run track with your hands, bitch. And then he gets.
Yeah, and then she throws him. He lands on his torso, and he's running with his like torso on backwards. It's great.
And then he gets his head cut off, and it just kind of gradually grows back.
Because it's actually the way it does it is fucking creepy as fuck. It's
Yeah,
like a baby face.
Yeah, it grows like a
into like
baby.
yeah. There's the part where his face gets degloved.
Oh.
God. There's the part where she Ridleys him across the side of the wall too, which is fucking crazy.
I love people getting fucking Ridleyed. That shit's awesome.
It's fucking cool. And she throws him, and then he spins so hard that he just explodes because his body like contorts. God, that fight is incredibly well animated. It blew my fucking mind when I saw it the first time. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What I did want to say about the Kizu movies is that, so Kizu Monogatari is the second book in the series, and so as you know, that it was supposed to be the second series to come out. It was supposed to be a thing where they were going to do. So Bake, I said it was super low budget. But that was like the most popular show of that year. In Japan, it had the most sales. It sold gangbusters. People fucking loved it.
Damn.
It was incredibly popular. And Monogatari continues to be one of the most popular anime on TV in Japan. It's insane how popular it is over there. So yeah, and so it basically printed money for Shaft because of how low budget the show was, and it sold so much. So like, well, fuck. We're going to do a movie, and we're going to do Nisei at the same time. So that we're going to put out Nisei. Sorry, we're going to put out the Kizu movies and Nisei around the same time. That's supposed to be the idea, and that's why Oishi didn't direct Nisei Monogatari because he was doing the movie, right?
Right.
But what ended up happening was that, as is Shaft tradition, there were production problems.
Oh no! Why would that happen?
And so the movie was put in development hell for like 5 years. It was supposed to come out in 2012, and it came out in like 2016.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. So like it was a whole ordeal. So that's why so it's a really weird thing where like Kizu's the second book, but most people saw Monogatari without Nisei because they just didn't exist in anime form. And so they spent so long with this piece of plot missing, and it's very important actually. Like it's actually a really weird thing to miss because you miss a lot of context for the two arguably most important characters going forward, which are Hanekawa and Shinobu.
Nah, you don't need context for Shinobu. I mean, Shinobu is just a character that just shows up.
Think about what happens when you start Nisei without watching Kizu, and Shinobu is just there. And she's just there and has a personality and is talking, and you're like, who are you? Why is it? Because she has no introduction. Because even though like it makes sense for her to be around in Nisei, because what happens at the end of Bake, she doesn't actually get to have an introduction in Bake at all. So Kizu is like what that's supposed to be.
Yeah, isn't she's just referred to like what the hollow remains of what used to be a great vampire, I think.
Yeah, and she doesn't like speak the entire season.
Yeah, because she's not bored with it yet.
Yeah, so like she's like muted. She's a mute the whole season. Doesn't speak. She has no introduction until Kizu. But if you don't have Kizu and she just go to the next season and she's just around and it's like a sassy vampire lolly, and you're like, who? Whomst? Yeah.
Nah, she got bored, so she decided to start talking. It's fine.
Yeah, she was super bored. Yeah, and so it's just really weird. Some people watched it without it, and now you have people that did do that tell you that you could watch Kizu whenever you want. And I'm like, no, just watch it where it was supposed to be the whole time.
No.
Like it's supposed to be there. So now when people ask what the watch order is, everyone's like, watch in release order. And then I say, I'm always like, except for this part. And they're like, nah, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, it kind of matters a little bit. Kind of matters a little bit. They just Just do it.
Yeah. I watched I watched it Bake Kizun Nisei. So
Yeah.
It certainly does help. It gives you. Yeah. Now that I think about it, that would be kind of jarring just to see Shinobu just start talking for no reason.
Because she literally, her first appearance shows up in. It's like in
it also gives context for like another scene later in Nisei where they actually talk about what happened. And
yeah.
like, it's like if you don't know what that is, like that doesn't hit you at all. It's like, oh, well, I guess something happened.
I remember when I was watching it. Yeah, it's like she shows up and she's like in a room, and you're like, what room is this room supposed to be? And then they kind of explain that it's like the inside Araragi's shadow or whatever.
Right.
And she's just talking around, and I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah.
Who are you?
And like you can roll with it and not have that information, but there are certain things that happen where it's like characters show up, they call back to Kizu. It's especially important to see it before you watch the newest season, the Owari season 2, because there's like a direct callback to Kizu that is really, really good. That will mean nothing to you if you haven't seen that movie.
Okay, how nothing we talking here?
It's literally, they reference like a line that's said in the movie.
Okay.
It's a very emotional moment that will kind of be lost on
you. It will obliterate you. It will obliterate you if you know what it is.
I mean, yes, I had feelings in my heart when I saw it.
Ha, you have feelings? What a bitch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, watch Kizu before you watch Nisei. And when you watch Nisei, make sure your local police aren't aware.
That's right. Kizu also is like the most obscene, fucking self-indulgent thing of like Oishi's style. He takes it to such an extreme in those movies, it's outrageous.
Yeah,
so, like,
the fucking 3D head was what got me. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, or like I'm like, it's like the 3D backgrounds with like live action footage superimposed with like the hyper animated characters in the foreground. It's very odd. But it looks amazing. I love how those movies look.
Yeah, they did
but
a great
it's definitely
job.
like the most out there as far as the way the other series of like the visuals and stuff.
Yeah, I think I watched that in the best possible context. I was sitting down with my bowl of popcorn, and I just watched all 3 movies in a row. Just in the middle of the night. Just fucking
way to watch those.
Very good at it. Very big adequates.
Yeah. I watched them super spaced out.
Yeah. I kind of burnt through like all of these seasons that we're talking about today as fast as I could. So now I'm having to take a break before I continue to Shiro Neko because it's yeah. I find Shiro Neko harder to watch because of it's just so I've had so much.
Oh yeah, that's because and also because of like subject matter on that one, it's kind of heavier a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Nisei Monogatari, I really didn't like all that much, to be honest.
All people don't. To be honest with you.
Okay, well,
I have very nothing feelings about it.
Yeah, it's very titillation heavy, especially with all the lolly characters being like kind of not introduced, but just they get a lot more spotlight. And as you did tell me, like the context of this was that the story it's adapting was something that wasn't initially going to be published. It was just the writer liked what was writing this for itself. It was like purely masturbatory in the most like clinical way possible.
Hopefully.
And then people. And then the publisher liked it and was like, "Hey, we're gonna make this an anime." And like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, well, you should. He's like, "You should spruce this up and make it an actual book that we release." And he's like, "All right, I guess, fuck it." Yeah. And see, Nisei is pretty simple. It's really weird and how different the approach is from the other stuff. But it's like the other characters have the other series have like the named arcs, and the arcs are about the characters that are the arcs named after. But Nisei Monogatari is just 2 arcs long, and neither of the arcs are really about the person that's in the name.
Yeah.
Like Karen B, there's so much of Karen B that's just spent fucking around with other characters, like nothing else is happening.
And then the thing happens with.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over to Nadeko's house. And we're gonna play Twister or some bullshit. And that's just like that's like more than half of that arc. It's just fucking around at people's houses.
Yeah, avoiding the struggles of studying.
Yeah.
And hiding from your girlfriend because you know she'll kill you if she finds out.
She locked you in a house for 3 days.
Yeah, and then she explains to you why she locked you in the house, and you're like, oh.
She explains it using an Evangelion reference.
Oh god, what was it again? What was the reference? I forget.
I forget. It was she quoted a line that Ray says or something.
Oh, okay.
It's been too long.
Maybe
it was like I think it was the bit where it was like when they're fighting Ramiel. I think it was like that with like the thing where they're on top of the fucking thing talking about like why they fight or whatever. I can't remember. It's been too long.
Fuck, dude, static. Oh god, that came out of nowhere. Ah, shit. Oh.
You die? You okay?
No, it was super loud right in my ears. It fucking hurt.
Sorry, I wish I could help you.
Skylar, why are you trying to kill me?
I think you know the answer to that question.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, Itae's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's got Kaiki in it. I like Kaiki. He's okay. He's better later when he shows up later.
Yeah, he's better later. But right now, he's not that good.
He's all right when he shows up in Nisei.
We do get Shinobu eating donuts though, so that's pretty all right.
Yes, that also. I'm a huge fucking nerd, and Mr. Donut is a real donut chain.
Is it really?
Yeah. So when I went to the Philippines, I got fucking excited. There was Mr. Donut. I was around the corner.
How are the donuts?
Hartel. It's good. I got I forget which one that she likes, but there's lots of art of her eating the one with like the all like made of circles. Is it the golden or whatever, the golden something? Mm-hmm. And so I got that one. I have a picture of me eating it in front of the logo because I'm a huge nerd.
Fucking weeb.
But yeah, huge weeb. It was good donuts.
Good donuts. That's good. It's good. I'm glad Mr. Donuts.
I actually think the joke with Shinobu liking donuts is that if you look at a red blood cell, they're like a circle.
It looks like a ha.
Yeah.
That's.
I think that's the joke.
You think so?
Vampire. Yeah.
I'm okay with that joke. That joke will pass.
That's all right. It's an all right joke.
You know what doesn't pass though? Kuroneko.
So yeah, that's another one where it's like okay, but I feel like it's redundant because they already told you everything that happened during.
Very big redundancy. I honestly would suggest this is the only one I would recommend skipping, if only because it is redundant.
Especially like when I watched it the first time, I was okay with it because it was the one that introduces Kokoro Watari, which is the big sword. Mm-hmm. But if you see that now, that's already shown off in Kizu, so there's no point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's
an okay arc. Like if you want to watch it, you can. I mean, I don't think I recommend skipping it. But just know that it's like not. It's okay.
It's good if you want more sad Hanekawa,
which is what I want.
That's
that arc is even though that arc is not my favorite, I love the OP for it. It's my favorite.
It's a pretty good OP. It's a pretty good OP. I'll give you that.
It's great. It's great.
It's pretty good.
But yeah, anyway, the arc's just okay.
And that's pretty much all I've watched as of yet. I still haven't seen. I'm on the cusp.
Right on the cusp. Yeah.
I'm currently in second season, even though it's the 5th or 6th season. But don't worry about that. It's fine. It's okay if it's complicated.
Don't worry about it.
It's okay if it's complicated, because that just means it's too deep for you.
It's named because the light novel seasons. There's light novels that fit in the seasons.
The fact that light novels have seasons is stupid.
Well, it's only this one.
That's even worse.
Yeah, Nithun just decided that there were seasons in this light novel. Well, fuck you. There's seasons in the Marvel movies too. For some.
That's still stupid. It's
really dumb. Yes. But yeah. So like the first season is like Bake, Kizu, Nisei, and Neko Kuro, I think. And season 2 is like fucking Neko Shiro. Mayoi Jiangshi, it's a bunch of Shinobu time, a bunch of shit. It goes all the way up to like Hitagi End.
Mm-hmm.
And then season 3 is pretty short. It's like Koyomi Monogatari and Owari, and then Owari 2, and then Zoku Owari, which Zoku Owari is the dumbest name because it literally means, because Owari means end in Japanese. So Owari Monogatari means like
Final story.
The final story, yeah.
Yeah.
But Zoku Owari Monogatari means the more final story.
That's great. Wait, there's a story called Koyomi Aragatari.
Koyomi Monogatari is that one. I don't know if that counts as part of a seasonal thing because so there's like 2 things that he did where he had like supplemental material where I forget what one of them is. I forget what it's called, but basically it's just one conversation between 2 characters, and they're themed. And they're always weird combinations of characters. So there's like one that's like Hanekawa and a character you haven't met named Ogi talking, and like weird groups of characters talking to each other, basically.
Okay.
And just having a singular conversation. There's that. And there was Koyomi Monogatari, which it was monthly shorts he put out in a magazine, like in whatever his publication was called. And the gimmick of those was that they're all pointless stories. Like the idea is that all of them are like, hey, I thought there might be an apparition here, or never mind, I was wrong. And so they're all like that, except for the last 2, which are plot critical to Owari season 2, because it goes in between Owari season 1 and Owari season 2. And the last 2 episodes of that are plot critical, and then so the show for that was released via a phone app in Japan.
Oh, okay, that's not weird and dumb.
Because Japan loves their multimedia experiences.
All right,
so a lot of times you go
multimedia experiences.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot.
Yeah, so if you go and watch those now online, you'll notice they're in like phone quality, and they're also you'll see a countdown at the start of a lot of them because they started recording on their phone, and because you'll see the countdown from the app, like the episode's about to start, kind of thing, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and you can just watch the last 2. I skipped most of the episodes too. They're kind of just watch the ones that you like.
Quick question, Skylar.
Yeah.
Also, you're like kind of quiet, so I mean, you've been quiet Question: when do I get to long-haired Araragi?
That's in Hana Monogatari.
I have to wait that long? This is bullshit. I want superior long-haired Araragi-san.
Yeah. I hope he's like that, because there's a new book that came out recently in Japan called Musubi Monogatari, which is time skip, where they're like Araragi's in college. I think it's been like 3 or something years between like the previous book and that. And so I hope that he has the long hair in that one, because like that was the thing in Hana Monogatari, was that it was like a year later and they're all graduated, so like like he just comes back while Kanbut is there, and fucking like he has the long hair then he's driving around and shit.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, some of the shit in that book is nuts. Like I don't want to, because you aren't that far. Like I don't feel bad about talking about book spoilers with people that are caught up, because you can't really spoil things from the book because the synopses are always like misleading.
Right.
Some of that shit sounds nuts. I'm excited to see them animated. Also, there's like the off-season books, in which one of them is about Hanekawa in like fucking Belgium or something, and she's hanging out with dramaturgy because he's hunting vampires.
Wow.
It's really weird.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so some of them are cool.
All right, well, cool. Well, I guess with that, we'll go ahead and say goodnight for this podcast. Thank you all for joining us on the DADCast. If you'd like to download the DADCast, feel free to download it at weeklydadcast.podbean.com. As always, and if you're watching this live, you know you can watch it at DADCast Official. Or, oh shit, I fucked it up. at twitch.tv/DADCastOfficial. Follow us on Twitter at official DADcast is the name of the Twitter handle. And then also find us on YouTube by searching DADCast and looking for the icon that just says DADCast in bright red and black. You can't miss it. I specifically made it so you can't miss it.
Made it the most edgy colors possible so that everyone can see us.
Yeah, okay, is it my fault that I like red and black? No. It's red and black's fault for being so enjoyable. No. It's red and black's fault for making themselves look so aesthetic, okay?
At least it's like kind of like a soft red. Like,
it is a soft red. I would not be able to do as much editing as I do if it was a bright-ass red. I like Persona 5, okay? Just fucking sue me, you piece of shit.
I also want to point out everyone then on Discord that all the admin roles, which is like everyone in the chat, almost everyone in the chat's an admin for some reason.
Yeah.
We're really good at organizing things.
Yes.
The admin role is the same soft red on top of the same black, which is the fucking like night theme.
The night theme is like gray.
Yeah, it is like a gray, like a dark gray.
We are like a pure black is our color aesthetic.
Yeah. But it's a very similar color scheme. I have to look at it every day on my Discord.
Yeah, you love it. I made it to do that. I did it. I did.
You did make it to do that.
I did make it
that
to
was
do that.
10.
It was, absolutely. Alright everybody, thank you for joining us on this episode's DADcast, and we will see you next time. Have a good night.